Cheers. Sweet.
Feeder. Just the way I'm feeling. XFM 104.9. I love that. Carl, you're panicking. You've just remembered a song from your childhood, and I don't know what you're talking about. But I'm going to give out a number. Please take this number down if you can help, Carl. It's 08700 800 1234. Right.
I'm not that bothered. We were talking about a track from the 60s.
Yeah.
Mighty Quinn.
Yeah.
And it was on the same compilation. My dad had a tape in the car, and the tape was always on in the stereo thing in the car. And I used to sort of sit through all this stuff I didn't like, but knowing that coming up soon was a song about a monster with purple eyes.
It wasn't Puff the Magic Dragon.
It wasn't that.
A monster. There must be something else about it that give people.
Do you remember a chorus or a few lines?
It says something like it was a one-eyed, it had big eyes, purple, and it eats people or something.
The big-eyed purple eater. Wasn't there a song called something like that? The big-eyed purple.
And it was a hit.
I'm sure there was a song which is something like the intergalactic purple eater or something like that. It's a novelty song. Rubbish.
What, by the Bonzo?
Yeah, it's that sort of thing. Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, if you know what Carl, look, the telephones have gone mad.
Yeah, well, we'll find out in a bit. I mean, I'm not that bothered. I'm not going to buy it. It's just that we were talking about songs and that. It'll be good to know who it was. But
yeah.
Right, Rockbusters.
Okay. Now, how long? Where did you get the phone?
What do you want to just answer?
Well, after first, so just answer the phone.
See what it is.
Just see someone's.
Hello.
Hello, mate.
All right.
Yeah, that song. I don't know if it's by, or is that what you want?
That's the bit I wanted, really.
What's the name of the song?
Well, you know how it goes. It's like one night on and dawn the bibbidi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I don't think you've helped much though. You can't remember what it's called or who it's by.
Well, no, I mean I know the tune. That's about it.
But he's done well. Steve, he's done well. He's given up his spare time to call in and sing us a song. Don't diss him.
Rick, I'm concerned he's just only marginally remembering it more than Carl is.
It was actually in, I think it was in the Blob. No, it was in something like the Blob, actually. I think Steve McQueen was driving away and it was running in a sequence.
This is so very familiar. Thanks very much, mate. See if we can get a title off someone.
And XFM.
Hello, yeah, I know the name of that tune.
Go on.
It's the Purple-Eyed People Eater?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Who's it by?
Yeah, well, I'm just at work and...
who is it by?
It came to my mind.
Do you know who it's by?
I don't know who it's by, mate, sorry.
This is not enough information. I wouldn't phone in if I had half the information.
But we asked him just what the tune was.
But I want someone like Paul Gambaccini to call in. He knows what chart position it got to.
Okay, right. Thanks very much.
This is enough information. That's two people.
The thing is, if you know the title, we can put it in the internet, can't we, and find out who did it.
Yeah.
That's full of
brilliant
information.
Well, thank you very much for calling in.
I don't know why they bothered, frankly. Sorry, no, I mean, I just think if you're going to bother to call in a radio station, have the facts. Have all the facts you have.
He hasn't got the facts, and he runs the radio station.
He doesn't run it. They keep him here like a mascot. He's like a pet, isn't he? They have him running around the office.
God.
Now listen, it's Rockbusters. I've got the prizes here. Rick, I'll be honest with you. I mean, we've given away some shoddy stuff in the past. This is the worst collection.
Tat, is it?
This is really scraping the bottom of the barrel, Carl. I mean,
hold on, the phones are going mad. If you're still phoning, hang up because we're not going to bother anymore. We're really sorry about that. Maybe email us or something. Lonesome Day by Bruce Springsteen from his new album, The Rising, on XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. Foreman just phoned in and said to Karl, stick up for yourself. Don't listen to that Merchant. He does my head in. He's so arrogant.
I don't think I'm arrogant. I think I'm mean.
Yeah.
I just think I'm sort of objectionable. I don't think it's arrogance. I think it's sort of nastiness.
Yeah.
I'm just not a very nice person. But believe me, I'm not arrogant. I think I'm pathetic. We've had a lot of emails saying, could you bring back White Van Carl?
Oh, yeah.
Which is that section of the show where we ask the questions that the Sun asks
someone else,
random punters of Carl. But sadly, recently, they've got very politicised and very kind of, basically a little bit depressing. So there's not really anything appropriate.
Supergrass, Seen the Light, XFM 104.9. We're a little bit worried. We might have a technical hitch here. We've had no emails, and usually we get loads and loads. So we're worried it's us. Can someone send an email? Well...
Yeah, just a test email.
Yeah, but we won't know if they have or not. They might just be ignoring us. No one might be listening, Steve, so this isn't proof.
I guarantee there's at least one person who would send an email. Maybe if Dickie Anderson's listening, he could do it for us.
Anders, do us a favour for all the pleasure we've given you over the last few years.
Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
If you haven't heard the Rockbusters, might as well give them out.
Well, let's check the emails working before we do that.
Yeah, otherwise it's a complete... This whole show has been a sham and a farce and a waste of time.
Well, I think they can take that as read.
Well, listen, still to come, right? We've got the monkeys thing.
Oh, chimpanzee that!
And when I was out last Sunday, right, at Johnny's birthday party, Steve was there.
Yeah.
Got talking about stuff. And a debate that we didn't really finish cropped up.
It blew your mind, didn't it?
Amazing.
Oh, I know about this. Steve told me. This is the infinite amount of monkeys. Or a monkey with a typewriter at an infinite amount of time would eventually come up with the works of Shakespeare.
Yeah.
There was no debate. It's a philosophical, mathematical problem. There's no debate. It's true.
It wouldn't happen.
No, listen, Carl, listen. Infinity sorts it all out for you, right? An infinite amount of monkeys at a typewriter, right? They do everything. They type everything. Infinity just sorts it all out for you. There's no getting to it and they're going, oh, well, let's have a look what they've done. This one's come close. Did Romeo and Juliet. It would do it all. It would type everything ever possible, conceivable.
Yeah, but...
It's a mathematical...
Well,
infinity
we've heard your side of the argument, Rick. I'll be honest with you, it's a persuasive one. But let's hear Carl, because he heard about this in a pub last week, so he's got some strong
What's your problem with it? What's your problem with it?
Well, first of all, right, you're saying it's a load of monkeys. It's not just one.
Again, most of my knowledge of the sort of Tsarist Russia comes from
Rasputin by Boney M.
Well, listen.
Yeah, he was the lover of the Russian queen.
They put some poison into his wine.
Yeah, yeah. They shot him till he was dead.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, go on.
Right, well, this.
Oh, those Russians.
Loch Ness, the monster,
Yep.
Sure.
probably doesn't exist.
Okay.
What it is...
Interesting. Hold on, interesting. Oh, interesting.
It's-
What they thought the Loch Ness probably didn't exist.
Curious viewpoint.
Hold on. What proof have they got for that, Carl? How can they go around saying stupid things like that?
It's methane.
Right.
Again, in Loch Ness.
And people have seen, what's the lake it's in?
Loch
Loch Ness.
Yeah?
It being the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it lives. That's how it finds its way home.
That's certainly the clue.
Yeah,
If you get again, Carl, that's the clue.
Yeah, if it go, and it's if it's out wandering, it goes, excuse me, would you know where I'm being the Loch Ness monster? Where would I be going? Oh, you'd be going to the Loch Ness if that's your home. It's way over there, you big
anyway,
monster, you.
So the bubbles from the
Sure.
methane bubble up out of the water.
Yeah.
People think, oh, God, it's a monster's head. But it's not, it's just water sort of shooting up because of the bubbles.
Well, that's two of the great mysteries of the universe solved by Karl P on a Saturday afternoon.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
So that makes me think a lot of things. So you know when mediums are sort of like going, oh, I've got something coming through. Do you think they are exhaling a lot of methane gas? And thus making them not think straight? Do you think everything's down to methane gas? Do you think that all the mysteries of the universe are down to methane gas, Carl? What did it say in the documentary you saw?
About what?
What was the budgie happy? We know that budgie was sad. Was it in a room? Because they used to take canaries down the mines, didn't they? They used to take canaries down the mines, they'd smell the methane, and then the budgie would be happy.
I'm not going to teach you anymore.
Play a record. Oh, should we introduce this, shouldn't I?
Go on, then.
Oh, it's Beatles, Long and Winding Road.
Smooth. Are we getting paid for this?
Our Freaks Electric, Richard X and the Sugar Babes on XFM 104.9. Well, nearly through. We've had a few laughs again, a few tears.
Absolutely, as always.
Excuse me, and don't be alarmed. I look quite frightening, but merely a nice monster. I seem to have lost my way home. Could you direct me in the right direction?
Nice to meet you, yeah, Karl Pilkington.
Hi.
What's your name?
Why do you need to know my name?
Well, it might help me to find out where you come from.
Oh, my name's the Loch Ness Monster.
Okay, alright, give me a second. What was your name again?
Loch Ness Monster.
See, this is what I mean.
I just run this one past you just on the off chance.
Yeah.
Because maybe that you change your opinion slightly.
Yeah.
Feng Shui teaches you to use your environment wisely.
Sure.
If your land and the surrounding area is undulating, it's said to house auspicious dragons. When land is flat and featureless, the dragon is missing and the land is said to be less auspicious.
Excuse me, they call me the Brixton Dragon.
Sure.
I seem to have lost my way. I know it's South London somewhere, but could you help me Found my home.
What's your name?
Well, they call me the Brixton Dragon.
Right, where are you from?
I see what you mean. I see what you mean, aye.
Oh, okay, man. So does that make you query it at all, the dragon?
I'm not into it that much.
Right,
I'm
sure.
just saying that if you have your head at one end of the bed rather than the other, it might make a difference to your night's sleep.
Listen, we were talking earlier about the fact that Bruce Lee, and it's a well-known fact, he faked his own death so he could continue his undercover police work, as opposed to being...
Because no one would...
This one you might be interested in. Headline, woman says partner ran off to become vampire.
Yeah.
And it says a young mother says her partner has dumped her to become a vampire. Rebecca Roberts from Somerset says Matthew Barrett fell for a blood-worshipping woman in a US cult. The 23-year-old mother says he began shaving all his body hair, dressed in black, and used Rebecca's lipstick to redden his eyes. Rebecca caught him performing weird blood rituals in front of his computer at night, cutting himself to prove commitment. She said, I thought it was just a hobby. Everyone's got a right to one. I was pleased he'd found an interest.
Brilliant.
This is apparently from The Sun. Apparently he's left. He's gone to America. He's living in this Ohio-based cult. But it's the last bit where she's been asked whether or not, if he came back, would she take him back?
Sure.
And this is where I wonder if the journalist, you know how journalists are supposed to just report the news, be objective.
Yeah.
I wonder if maybe the journalist here has maybe had some interference.
Made the quote better for them than... Go on.
Because it says, I never thought this would take over his life. Now, if he came back, I'd say fangs, but no fangs.
Oh dear!
I can't believe. Imagine you're the woman, Rick.
Okay.
And I've come round.
You're the journalist.
I'm the journalist, and I've come in and I've said, okay, I read about this.
All I have to do is not say that thing.
You've come. I understand you're obviously quite upset. Your husband's gone
gutted.
off. If he came back, would you take him back?
Definitely not.
Right. What would you say to him then if he came back?
Just get lost.
Right, but
I'm really pissed off with you.
Would you perhaps say something a bit more pithy?
Not in this situation, no.
You're upset?
He cuts himself, he drinks blood, he's left me. Sod off. I'm not interested, mate.
Because I tell you what.
Go on.
I mean, I like what you said there, but I wonder if we could condense that a bit more. If he came back, would you say...
Go away.
Would you ever say something like, thanks, but no thanks?
No, because it makes it flippant, because I'm really angry.
I know you're annoyed.
And I'm upset, so I wouldn't say... I certainly wouldn't say thanks. I might say no thanks.
But what if you sort of said it like aggressively, like you were giving him the finger, thanks, but no thanks? Like you didn't really mean it.
What, sort of sarcastically?
Sarcastically, would you possibly say
I might say thanks, but no thanks, and that'll be it. And that's and I'd leave it there. I'd never change that.
Sure.
I'd never change those words.
Can I ask you a question?
Go on.
Do you like puns?
Hate them.
Right.
I don't like Countdown. I don't like QI. I don't like any of those posh Cambridge, Oxford types. I hate puns.
If you had to say thanks but no thanks in the form of a pun, what would you maybe say?
I wouldn't. I never would.
Right.
I'd say thanks but no thanks. I would. I mean, I feel embarrassed that I'd even say that because I don't think I would even say thanks but no thanks.
Okay.
But if I did go that far, I'd leave it there.
Sure.
So,
have you ever noticed, as I have, the similarity between the word thanks and fangs?
Not really.
It's very similar.
Not
thanks,
really.
Fangs,
F-T-H, there's a K.
Fangs very much.
G, it's A and S. Well, the A, the N and the S, but that's about it.
Would you agree it sounds marginally similar?
Yeah,
Is it possible you might one day say fangs but no fangs?
I wouldn't know.
Right. I could put that though, could I?
But don't say I said it.
Right.
I mean, yeah. Fangs, but no fangs.
Yeah. This is the thing. Just, if you ever read an article in The Sun, The Mirror, anything, do not believe it. Really seriously question and query it, because...
If it ends with fangs, no fangs.
If it ends with a pun, almost certainly they never said it.
Wow. Yeah.
Because your dad was a cabbie, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, yeah. Couldn't stand it, but it's good money.
He was he wasn't like a chancer, though.
What was he doing when he put that little Forrest Gump in a weedie bin?
That was part of the cab company thing. They had to do like a charity event once a year, and he did it one year. Never asked him again.
Tell us the story again.
I'd rather not, because we got a few sort of complaints about it.
Why? Why did you get complaints about it?
Because he put a kid in a bin, and it's not the thing to do. So,
but we could use it as a sort of sobering lesson for people.
Yeah, tell it like a, you shouldn't do it.
Nah, yeah, but that's how I did it last time. But people still didn't like it. All the stuff I tell you, we don't take the mickey out of people on purpose.
No.
It's real life, innit? And that goes on in life.
Yeah.
My dad was saying that in hospital, though. Do you know I was in hospital?
Yeah.
He did some jokes about old people and that. And he said, at the end of the day, if something makes you laugh, it's funny. And if it makes you laugh, you can't help laughing, can you? Do you know what I mean? So, what are you meant to do? And laughing's good for you.
Yeah.
So...
But being laughed at isn't as good for you, is it?
No, but there's probably more people laughing at one person, so if you balance it out, there's only one person who's upset and there's a bunch of people laughing. So it's
That's genius. Give me an example of that. Give me an example.
Well, for instance, Karl Pilkington as he talks and the people listening.
yeah. No, give me an example of like, so, you know.
I can't because, again, that's what I'm saying. I can't tell you the story because there might be someone out there who, this person might even be listening and think, I forgot about that and you brought it all back to me. So I'd prefer to leave it, but I think people know.
Why did he put him in the bin in the first place?
Because he was getting out of hand.
What was he doing though?
You see, I can't explain.
You can, don't be silly.
I prefer to leave it, honestly.
What was he doing? Was he annoying him?
He was annoying my dad and the other people in the cab.
Right.
And he thought, how can I deal with this before it gets too out of hand?
Yeah.
He pulled over and put the lad in a wheelie bin.
I didn't realise.
Yeah.
I think that my new TV is too big, Rick.
I said that.
I know,
when he
I don't know
bought
what
it.
I was thinking.
But I can't believe it. He talked about this buying it. He's got a bit of cash now, of course. And what is it? 42 inches? 42-inch plasma screen. What did it cost you? $3,000 or something?
Don't tell me. That's
Wow,
huge.
it's
3.5
ridiculous.
grand.
$3,500, big spender. Of course, it's too big.
Well, I can't get far enough back in my room, in my living room for it.
You know, you're meant to be, I think, 4 times the screen size away from it.
Really?
To get out from the air. So that's 4 times 42 inches you're meant to be sitting away from it, which is impossible.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to just get friendly with the neighbours.
Yeah, watch it through a hat.
If that's the case, though, aren't you better off just getting a portable?
What?
I don't understand that rule. What are you saying?
Well, you're meant to be 4 times the screen size away from the TV.
But then what's the point in having a big telly if you've got to keep moving further back? Get a portable.
and sit right next to it.
Do see your point. Why do people go to the cinema then?
Did you see films that are out yet?
Fair enough, he's got you there.
Done.
I'd tell you this, though. I had it delivered, and are you supposed to tip delivery men?
Of course you are.
I don't know. You see, I've never had anything delivered before. I never spent that much money.
Not if it's a courier with an envelope, but if it's a bloke who's struggled up the stairs,
I held the door
two
open for
fat blokes with a fridge, then give him a £5 for a drink.
But the problem was, I didn't realise, and I was thinking to myself, I wonder if I've got to tip him. And the guy was leaving, and my mobile phone went off in my pocket, and I reached in to get it. He put his hand out, thinking it was going to tip. I went, it's just my phone. And I felt terrible after he left. I didn't know. What was I going to do? Run down the street and offer him a £5?
No,
of course not.
No.
I'm not made of money. I just spent it on TV.
Yeah, I've got no money, mate.
Yeah.
I just spent it all on this. I had to clean out my jar, everything, the drawers.
Yeah, I'd take some bottles back. The problem was, it took me forever to wire it in. I thought, I'm not going to pay for someone to wire it up, So it took me about 3 hours to wire it in, and it was huge, and I got it switched on, and the first programme that was on when I got it wired in was Bargain Hunt. I'll tell you this, David Dickinson's tan almost took my eyeballs out. It was incredible. It was like X-rays. It was extraordinary, the glow.
I know, a huge plasma screen with this orange thing coming out, and he keeps turning to the camera, doesn't he? Just to get you. Yeah, he turns away. You get a bit close. They go, "What's he doing?" He just turns around, takes the cornea off.
What do you think, Bargain Hunters? Bargain Hunters.
Oh dear, that's why I'd buy a plasma screen to watch Bargain Hunt.
I mean, it's ludicrous. This is the problem, is because what do you watch?
I mean, have you watched anything that's been worth having?
The only thing I've watched really worth watching.
24.
Well, 24 works great, but also films. Obviously, that's the main reason I bought it, because films just look amazing on the
DVD on the plasma screen. There's that one that a bloke, right, was going to get a phone call at 4 o'clock to find out if his business was, okay, right? And if he didn't get the phone call, he knew he was broke, destitute. So dead on 4 o'clock, the phone didn't ring, so he went up to the roof of his office and he jumped off to commit suicide. And as he was passing his window, the phone was ringing.
Oh no.
Carl, it didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
Think it through.
Who told that story? Who told that story? As he hit the pavement at 120 miles an hour.
He's the only person who could have known that series of incidents.
Also, why didn't he wait? As his life's at stake, why didn't he wait till 5 past? I said I'm going to give it 5 minutes just in case.
In case the lines are busy.
Yeah. And what sort of bloke goes out? I'll call you at 4. Okay, if your business. Well, call me anyway. No. If I don't call exactly 4, then you commit suicide. Commit suicide. I would, because if I don't call at 4, that's the end of it. Well, call me anyway. No, that's not the way I work. Why can't he just call me and tell me the other way? Well, I'm telling you how I do it. If you're bust, I don't call. Can't you just call to verify in case something goes wrong? What if it's engaged? It won't be engaged. Just commit suicide at 4, please. It didn't happen, Carl.
What was that one you told me about with the porn? That was a good one.
Oh, this was fantastic, right? Right. There was this.
Sorry, can I just check now? We're just remembering classic episodes of the Tales
No, this is important. Well, I saw one, right? I saw one on Tales Unexpected, right? And it was these two gents. What they used to do, they look down the obituaries and they'd blackmail the wife or the son of a dead eminent person, like might be a priest or a doctor, something like that, and they'd go and they'd say, he bought some erotic stuff from us before he died, and he owes 100 guineas and all this sort of stuff, and they'd pay up because it'd be so embarrassing. They just didn't want them, so they'd just pay him, right? And this one bloke said, who are these people? I'll meet with them. And he goes round there, and he goes round, and they go, your father, he goes, my father could not have bought any erotic material from you. They did it, he goes, he couldn't have, he's blind. Right, and that was the twist. And Carl went, so it was magazines, not videos then.
Yeah. Now think about it, Steve. Is that so stupid?
Well, presumably it was set in olden times because people, professional pornographers don't tend to call it, erotic material. Yeah. They tend to call it, juicy jugs or whatever. But more than that, I don't understand how a video is going to be any use to a blind person either. I know that you can hear the sound, Carl. I hear him nodding like he's caught me out.
Yeah, what sound were you hear? Your meter needs looking at? Yes. Cut. What's then? What's that? Then it's just noises,
occasional groans.
Yeah.
Right.
You could listen through the wall at your neighbours.
He does.
I mean, that's why I save a lot of money. But I thought you were going to point out, Carl, that they could have had a Braille porno. Now, have you thought of that?
Look, feel the lumps on that.
Exactly. Think about it, Carl.
Think about it.
You're excited now.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend's away, Carl.
Yeah, the cheese grate has only entered the cupboard.
No, she's a good-looking lady.
Carl, you're making noises while I'm talking.
Yeah, but you do this all the time trying to wind me up. And I'm not saying Manchester's the best place in the world, but what I'm saying is there's bits of it that I really miss.
Yeah.
Like last Sunday, right? When I'd met up with Ricky, we had spaghetti bolognese, which was all right. And then I said to him, I need some soil.
Damn, I wish you'd invited me. It sounds amazing.
So I need some soil. What do you think?
You need some what? Soil?
Soil, yeah.
I need to repot a plant, right?
Yeah.
So
you need to repot a plant?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So I'm like, where you can't see these shops in London. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing around.
I took him straight to one in my street.
Yeah, but near your street, and that's probably the only one in London.
Well, you say that, Carl.
No, it does annoy me. Round my way, it's like,
You can't move for soil shops.
There's earth. You can just pick up handfuls walking down the street.
Yeah, incredible. People just lean over into someone's front garden.
No,
you can take the plants as well.
No, but what I'm saying is, Manchester, there's loads of decent hardware shops.
Yeah.
Here, if you want a panini and a latte or whatever, you can't move from. But for soil, I had to go virtually how many miles away from me to carry that soil home and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not good. I mean, London's all right, but if cities were sort of
it's neglecting the peat market, really.
Well, there's barely any mulch available in central London.
I'm sick and tired of not getting a good decent compost of a Sunday.
Indeed.
So I'm thinking of moving to the north, where there is loads of soil and gravel.
Indeed.
And animal shite.
Whatever.
Yeah. So you were going to say, if you were marking cities out of 10, what would you give London?
Well, if you were marking them on on what they have.
Right. As opposed to what?
Well, as opposed to
how you spell it.
Say, I think the greatest city in the world is Rome. Right? Okay. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Have you been?
What? Yeah. Why do you think that though?
Just because, you turn a corner and there's something there that's really old. Right. You're going down a normal street.
go and stay in a Derby and Joan club.
Yeah. No. But it's like you're going down the road and then you turn a corner and like the Colosseum's in the middle of a busy road. It's like, what's that doing there?
Yeah.
And just when you think there's no more, you turn another corner.
It's almost as if that was there first.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah. But do you know what I mean? London.
Yeah.
What have we got? you know, Trafalgar Square is world known. And you go there, what's there?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot of space there. Get one big B&Q.
In Trafalgar Square.
To cater for the whole of people who live sort of central Londonish.
Yeah.
And then I'd be happy, but what I'm saying
with
is...
Nelson just popping up through the middle? Because you can still see it, couldn't you?
Yeah.
It's a
great
idea. So B&Q could be like the whole sort of flat thing and make it sort of grey so it looked like rock. And then Nelson popping up...
Make it classy is what you're saying.
Yeah. Stone clad it.
Yeah.
So it looks like you've made an effort. And then you can pop in and then you can go out and go, oh look, Nelson's column. Oh look at that! Isn't Nelson? Oh look at that! The victory, defeat. That's fantastic. One of the greatest living.
Yeah.
I need some nails.
Yeah. Perfect. Killing two birds with one stone, you say?
But why isn't there more than them shops? Because when I went into yours, every time I've been in there twice now. The first time was to get a shower head, right?
Right.
And I went in there, couldn't resist buying something else. I ended up getting some super glue as well.
Blimey.
Carl, what's the worst present you've ever had?
You see, we don't really celebrate birthdays in our house, so...
What? Where are you from? What planet are you? What do you mean you don't celebrate birthdays?
Are you here from another world observing? Like, trying to blend in, but not quite managing to pull it off?
Not that fussed about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's...
Yeah.
My mum and dad's are on the same day, and I think that just was like...
That's a bit weird, isn't it?
And their anniversary, and...
Well, they got married on their mutual birthday.
But Carl, can I just...
and Christmas.
But Carl, there's a difference between you saying...
What do you mean their anniversary's on the same day? Of course it's on the same day.
Yeah, and the birthday.
But Carl, what I mean is that you say that you don't really celebrate your birthday, but presumably you have received some presents at some point in your life from your parents or anyone.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll come back to you later.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Let's play a record.
Carl, have a think about that and we'll come back to you later. Thanks very much. We were talking earlier about stuff.
True story about a little Australian freed the Scottish.
The stuff that's dying out that I think you and I single-handedly need to kind of resurrect and salvage. Yeah. I thought the Trilby was dying out.
Yeah.
I'll surprise you, and yet,
well,
watching Top of the Pops last night,
yeah.
Jamiroquai was wearing one, and then lo and behold, Danny Minogue came on, she had one as well. I thought, blimey, those two people, they're trying to salvage the Trilby, and good luck to them.
Well, that's on its way then. Let them do that. The
Trilby's fine.
Let's do something else.
But the bowler hat...
the bowler hat.
You never see the bowler.
I always fancy myself in a bowler hat.
I love a bowler hat. Carl, would you wear a bowler hat? I know you'd wear the cape.
I did wear a Trilby.
You wear a Trilby, really? You must have looked like a...
That's brilliant. What, because you're a Mancunian?
Well, there was a phase, wasn't there, in about 90... When was it?
I think that was just round your way.
It might have been. It was in Manchester.
Did someone get a job lot of Trilbys and persuaded you kids? Yeah, I'll tell you what's trendy. No, Sean Ryder wears one of these. Does he? Yeah, go on. Yeah, quid. And then everyone in your street had Trilbys on.
But you've never worn a bowler?
Never.
What about Kangol bowler? You might think about it.
Out again.
I'll tell you what. I would like to wear a bowler hat in a dark, but I'm worried I look like one of those little fellas off the Home Pride advert.
The Home Pride guys, they've been persevering with the bowler for years.
They still look good in it, though,
They're still looking good. They're dapper guys.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the Jolly Green Giant. He had quite a distinctive look, which is obviously one I've been thinking of exploiting.
What the little I know the little sort of like a little dress.
Was it corn crops that made up his little skirt? You were going to tell us, Pilkey. You were going to tell us, Pilchard. You were going to tell us What tickets are away?
But it worked for me, you see, because when I was younger, I had a mobile disco.
Brilliant, so did I.
And it was me and my mate Colin Makin, and the disco was called Pilkey's Making Music.
That's brilliant. I mean, that's genuinely brilliant. Pilkey's Making Music.
Guess what? When I first started the mobile disco, and this was when I was about 14, we didn't really go out touring. We just would do it for like people's parties and stuff. We were called the Rock and Roll DJs.
No, really.
We drew it on some sort of see-through paper and put a light behind it. Rock and Roll DJs.
My first disco, I had 2 nights a week in this pub.
What, you ran a disco?
Yeah, this pub near King's Cross, right? And it was just their records, right? And I had to play this number of songs every time, the same time of week. So all the locals, all drunk, were dancing and everything. One of them was American Pie by John McClane,
right? And
they just sing along all the words, sort of drunk.
It's about 7 minutes long or something.
Yeah. The other one was Baby Jane by Rod Stewart.
Nice.
If I didn't play that, I'd get lynched. And what was the other one? There was another one that I always had to play. It was a ballad. I have to remember that. But yeah, But
So, Carl, do you think, and maybe Ricky as well, do you think you know much about DJing for, like, you know, the sort of, the wedding party or maybe someone's 18th? Oh, really? Okay, let me just offer a little hypothesis for you then. All right, the buffet's been served, right? A few people have done some speeches, like it's a wedding do.
Yeah.
So you've already played some records early on, you've stopped for food, you've just played some light backing music in the background while the food's been served. You want to get the party rocking again, what do you kick off with?
It depends. It depends. I've already got it down to 2 or 3 records.
Okay, I'd like to hear what they are.
Well, I've got it down to Earth, Wind and Fire.
Right.
That'd be great. If there's, depending on, or you want to go a bit more modern, I'd probably start off with sort of Will Smith.
Well, careful, Rick. I've got to bear in mind, it is a wedding do, so there's people from age 8 to 80. You got to cater to every market.
Okay.
Carl, what about you?
See, this was back in '88, so
Kylie.
Yeah.
Can I tell you what the definitive track is?
Go on.
Oh, What a Night, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Ding, ding, ding. People don't realise what it is exactly. It's straight away. Ding, ding, ding. Bow, down, 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 down. I can't actually play it. But, Oh, What a Night. Late December back in 60. That leads you straight into a 70s medley, and everyone's loving that. I'm thinking Bee Gees. There's going to probably be some kind of ABBA track, Dancing Queen, all going to storm. You're turning your noses up. I can tell you this, that we got bookings endless. People are going, you're amazing. I don't know how you do it.
I wouldn't have got up. I would have sat there.
Well, you might be, because you're one of those grouchy, you're one of those moody teenagers. Oh, I'm not going to dance to this. I'll tell you, the old ladies would have been up. The people with a decent bit of musical taste would be up.
No, the first person to get up is a fat lady in a dress with bad ankles and a little kid who's got problems and he's in a little DJ.
See, the problem with you two is you're not catering to the market. You're trying to be all sort of bohemian and kind of off, teach people about music and stuff. There's no place for Kylie, not at a mobile disco. Far too avant-garde. All right, kick it in. Grease Megamix.
Play a record.
Come on, Eileen. Have you got Come on, Eileen? Play that.
What are you going to play?
Love Shack.
Coldplay.
Excellent. Yellow.
Well, you never
It's
say
the
that.
excellent single by Coldplay. It's Yellow. Oh, Yellow. That's Yellow by Coldplay. That was the stunning new single from Coldplay.
I used to sell mackerel.
Did you?
Yeah, I had a pet magpie
Did you?
called Maggie.
Oh,
inventive.
pet magpie. You mean you captured it and didn't let it go away?
Yeah.
Can't have a pet magpie.
But then it got really vicious. I mean,
Well, it was
quite
right,
nasty.
let me go. What do you keep it in, a rabbit hutch?
No, it flew around, but it used to just like come to me all the time. But then it started pecking my head and stuff.
That's not a pet magpie. That's a bird in the garden.
No, but I could actually, I could hold it and stuff. It wasn't scared of me, and it knew it was me. It used to come down from like the top.
It hated you. That's why it wanted to peck you. Is that?
And the other thing, I always remember being younger and like walking through the woods to school with my mum, and like, I was chasing a butterfly, and she said, "Oh, don't do that, Carl." And I said, "Why?" She said, "Because they only live a day." I said, "Oh, all right, I'll get a dead one in the morning."
That's genius.
That's great. That's quick thinking, isn't it? Oh,
No, that's sweet. Let's play a song.
oh. What's the one? What's Carl's view on?
Carl, what do you make of nudism?
Who's that from?
Let me just check who that's from. Hang
Sort of
on.
there's a time and a place for it.
That's from, it's very difficult to tell.
That's great. You see,
There's a time and a place for it.
That is just brilliant. That is Dickie Bird. That's that sort of northern, confident soundbite. What do you think of nudism? Time and a place for it.
There's a time and a place
Would you
for
do it, Steve?
Would I do nudism?
Yeah.
He's not allowed.
Not again.
No,
Yeah.
It's not nice, is it, really?
No, it's not with Steve. He's not allowed on any national trust land doing it because he's caused the death of millions of starlings.
That's true.
There was something on BBC Choice the other night. It's a really short show. I haven't seen it before.
Yeah.
Like an odd
It's
court thing.
not a bloke eating cup of soup and then another short show, like maybe someone cleaning their teeth with Colgate, and then the really short show. What was it called?
No, what it was about this old fella who he's into nudism. And he was saying he's done all right.
Did he
out
play
of it.
volleyball a lot?
He said he's done all right out of it because there's not many blokes who are willing to go nude for modelling and that. And he's about 70, so it's not.
Is there much cry for that, do you think? Is there much demand for a
He's doing
70-year-old
all right.
nude?
He's doing all right for it.
Sure. Good luck to him.
And the odd thing was, you see,
He had a corkscrew penis.
he was just like walking around on a main road in like a seaside town. And
Right.
yeah, and cars would.
See, that's not nudism, is it? That's mental illness.
Yeah, he's just a bit div.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tell you, one of your favourite programmes, isn't one of your favourite programmes just that one with the hot air balloon? And it's
Yeah, you
adventures.
love that, don't
It just
you?
goes, it's like
Oh,
in
you love
Sydney,
that.
sometimes then it's at a carnival.
His favourite programme when he was little, he used to watch it for hours, was that little girl by a blackboard with two toys.
Yeah.
He used to love
You
that, didn't
enjoyed that, didn't you? You weren't raised as an experiment and you escaped from a laboratory. You had regular upbringing in Manchester and that.
Yeah, I didn't go to school much because my mum and dad had a caravan.
Right.
And
No need, is there? No need when you've got that sort of fun at home.
I used to just go away for weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, honestly.
Where'd you used to go?
Port Maddock.
But
And so you didn't go to school much?
No, I did, but not as much as everyone else.
yeah.
How many holidays were your parents having?
Oh,
What
loads.
was their income that they could...
No, my dad used to work nights, and he used to travel back, because to Manchester from Wales, it wasn't that far. And he used
Manchester to Wales?
He used to do 4 on and 4 off, so me and my mum were, like, loving it.
But what Port Meredith?
Port Maddock.
Port
Just
Maddock,
down the road from Port Merion, where they filmed The Prisoner.
right?
Oh, so that's cleared up for me. Location-wise.
So what did you do then? You were in this little 2-berth caravan on the back of a Cortina estate.
Right.
Well, what was it? What was the car? I want the. What was
Granada, full Granada.
it? Ford Granada. What we talking? 1980.
Yeah, 82, 83,
80, right.
84, 85.
Okay. And you in the car down there, down there, park up.
Yeah.
What was it? What was Port Meredith?
Port Maddock.
Port Maddock.
I remember Ruth.
It's just,
Oh, yeah.
it's just a holiday camp.
Yeah.
And had an arcade and a beach. I was loving it.
Yeah.
But so of the 52 weeks of the year, let's assume, I don't know how many weeks you take off normally for holidays anyway. Let's just say, I don't know, you go to school 45 weeks of the year maybe? Generally, most kids?
Nah.
Bit less.
Bit less than
About
that?
42.
How many weeks would you say you actually spent in school?
Well, how many weeks do you have off for summer?
Well, we'll work that out. That's what
About
I mean.
6 off for summer, about 3 for Easter, about 3 for Christmas.
Put it this way, I'm surprised I'm not Welsh, to be honest.
Right.
So there was there more than was in Manchester.
Did the school authority not come and check you out?
No, they didn't.
Didn't get Manchester, I suppose they didn't care, do they?
Not really.
Yeah.
They're lucky you turned up at all. Why did you just turn up for the last day when you could take in your best toy? Did you know that when you could take in any game?
Just play with everyone else's. Why, I break my stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a good
Well, this
point.
answers a lot. This does answer a lot. The fact that you spent most of your time on the beach as a kid.
Teachers were no good at my school. We were talking about it yesterday.
So you were teaching them a lesson by going off for the summer. Yeah.
Anyway.
And did you go to university?
No.
No. Did you go to sixth form or college?
No.
When did you leave school?
When I was about 15.
Right. What, you just went on holiday and didn't come back?
I just got a job early, didn't I?
Where was it? Port Maddock?
Getting there. No, I was a printer. BM Print in Trafford Park.
Well, that's great. That's a little interview there.
yeah, little
next,
there.
I'll be interviewing Steve Merchant. What are we playing next?
Bit of elbow.
Oh, this is fantastic. This is Elbow. Elbow, Asleep in the Back. I think that is absolutely beautiful. I think Elbow are my favourite new group.
We've sang their praises many times and they've never phoned to thank us.
Should they?
Yes.
Do they?
Annoying.
Really?
Annoying.
No, they're doing a good job there. I wonder if they found their lyrics. Because I also wanted to write a song from, didn't I? They didn't take me up on that either, Steve.
I'm not sure I'm so keen on them now. Carl, can I have a Jaffa cake? Because I've just found a lump.
I think. You don't mean me, do you?
No.
All right, good.
Thanks. Steve.
Now we interviewed Carl there. I think we've learned a little bit more about Carl there.
You did, yeah.
And I'm going to interview Steve now, Carl, because I used to be. You concentrating? Don't put it all in at once.
Carl, chew. Chew before you swallow. Careful. All right.
I used to suffer with that a lot.
What?
Not chewing.
The amount of times I nearly died as a kid.
What? Forgetting to chew.
Choking.
Sure.
Mint Imperials. My mum stopped that.
Drinking them with water.
She'd have to hide them.
He's coming out of his shell, isn't he? He's happy Saturdays. He's miserable all week, and he's happy Saturdays, isn't he? Oh, look at him. It's like we get him weekends.
Yeah.
And he's just happy because we sort of spoil him, don't we? And he has Jaffa cakes and everything. We let him on the
He has to go
radio.
and live with his stepmum again. Don't we?
Oh,
The
no.
ones who listen.
Oh,
say?
really?
Your girlfriend does, doesn't she? I imagine.
She's been away for ages.
I know.
I imagine she just switches off after a while.
But we love you, don't you? We're excited. We talk about you in the week, and we think you're great. So don't just think we're using you as
cheap comedy material. I hate you to think that, Carl.
Right. Carl, what? Don't you like us arguing? Is it like mum and dad arguing? Do you get all...
It's a bit like that.
In the caravan. There was nowhere to escape to.
Oh, no, rattling round
Did you
that
make
little-
any friends when you were down on the caravan site?
Yeah, a lot of people from Birmingham were there.
What kind of pals did you have? What were their names?
I can't remember, it was years ago, but
Yeah.
they all had rich parents.
Right.
Like, they had, their own car to drive around the campsite on and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
So I...
Their own fence.
So I'd have a
With-
go.
And but they were mates, and you saw them every year, did you? Or every 3 weeks when you went down there?
Yeah.
Oh. You didn't keep in touch with any of them?
No.
I'll admit now, I went to the same place in the caravan for about 6 years running. I went to a place called Riverside in Bognor, because someone round the corner from us had a caravan, two-berth caravan. Me, my mum, and my nan.
I think I'm really lucky to have had it, really. Because a lot of mates who I had didn't have enough money to go on holiday, and they just get a present for the summer holiday.
Of course, they've got an education, so it swings around.
But Carl, the thing is with Carl is, right, I want to give him gifts.
Yeah.
I want him to have the loveliest Christmas ever. I want to go pony trekking. Do you know what I mean? I want to just...
Scared of horses.
Carl.
Fell off one out of fate, and the woman didn't know what to do. She couldn't handle the horse. It was running off. I was hanging underneath, getting a kick in the head. No.
Really?
Now, hang on, what age were you? This could explain a lot.
I was about 6.
That makes a lot of sense. I think we've got to the bottom of it here.
Oh no, got kicked in the head by a horse, lived in a caravan, and had to live in Wales half the time. Oh. No wonder this is your favourite time of the week. But also, right, we were playing football, so I can't play football, right, and so we were playing
Was that
football.
just in the office, or?
Yeah, just in the office before he came, right, and we were sort of kicking it back and forth, and I started kicking it a bit hard, and but he was quite good. I said, this is great, right, and we finished anyway, because we thought we'd break some, and I went, I bet you were quite good at football, weren't you? And I thought he looked like quite a natural, I thought he'd be good, he's from the north, and I thought that's all he'd have.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
And he went, I said, I suppose you're quite good at football. And he turned, the quickest flash, I went, I've scored once. Right? He said, and that's because I was being chased by a bee. And I went, save it.
Yeah.
He went, no, I said, please save it, because I wanted to see that. No, you can continue now.
Please tell us the rest of the story. You've scored a goal once because you're being chased by a bee.
Yeah, you've done it now, really. I was on the...
There must be more to that story, man.
I was in the school team. I wasn't that good as a kid at football, to be honest. Mainly down to, I think it's because my dad wasn't into football.
Right.
And I think that's the way it works, isn't it? If your dad's into it, then you could be a footballer when you're older.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because you're into it. And so I was in the school team because I got on with the other lads. And they let me in the team.
Popular guy, yeah. Sure.
And I was stood there doing nothing because I didn't really know what to do. I never knew which way I was meant to be shooting.
Yeah.
Got all that messed up.
Yeah.
I just stood there, right, and with my hands behind my back. And something landed on me, on like this part of me thumb.
You can't just point, it's radio.
It's this bit here.
Right, yeah.
The fleshy bit, the fleshy bit of the thumb, yeah.
And I thought, oh, what's that? And I looked down, and
it was a thumb. Oh, it was a bee, yeah.
It was a bee on me. So I start running, try to get away from it, and bees, actually something interesting about bees, more chance of getting stung by a bee in windy weather than any other sort of weather.
That's incredible.
Anyway, so I'm running away.
And he said there was no more.
Extraordinary. I've already learned many, many things. You're being chased by the bees.
So
windy.
I'm running.
It's on your thumb. Is it still on your thumb now?
It's sort of gripping onto me like a stag beetle.
Clever.
Like a stag beetle. I love it. Oh,
Or a bee.
yeah.
So I'm running. I'm running towards like the goal.
Yeah.
Oh God! And the ball comes to me.
Yes.
Wallop, get it in.
Brilliant. What happened to the bee though? Did it sting you?
They die, don't they?
I mean, ultimately it died, sure, but at that particular moment, did it sting you?
This was probably about 20 years ago, so I imagine...
No. Once a bee stings
So
you,
did it sting you?
Yeah, but did it sting you?
Yeah.
Right, that was the question.
When did it sting you?
When I was playing football.
No.
Carl, do you want me asking, you say you're on the school football team. Was there just 11 boys at your school?
Well, now you got this
Listen, Carl. All I mean is, at what point in this story did the bee sting you? Straight away?
after half time.
Play a record, man.
The woods, right? He turns around, he goes, go and buy some more balls. So I'm laughing, because it's like impolite to laugh, but he broke the ice for me, and I was falling around, and then his second shot, I go, you know you're off a 3 now, if you take another shot. He went, oh, right. So it's his third shot, he puts the ball down. He hits the ground before it, and misses the ball altogether. And I was on my back, wasn't I? Unbelievable.
Actually rolling about on his back.
And we were terrible. I went round 107. He went round in like 119 or something.
Sure.
It was just rubbish.
How long did it take?
5 hours.
Of course.
And there was no one around, luckily.
Yeah.
But it was fantastic. So then we go and have our meal. Oh, it annoys me. I said, right, I'll go for a run. He went, I'll have a bath. I said, I'll see you at 7:45. At 7:55, I have to call him. He's not ready, so he's let me down there. I can't stand lateness or laziness.
You hate lateness.
Yeah, and he's let me down. Do you know his excuse? He fell asleep in the bath because there was no light bulb.
There's no light bulb in the bathroom.
So instantly he fell asleep, and he was late.
No, do you know what I mean though, Steve? If you're sort of like nice and warm and what have you, I was tired anyway. I've been stressed out for 4.5 hours, right? My life flashed in front of me a few times in that buggy. So it's all sort of wears you down a bit. I thought, right, I've got a headache. You're going for your run. I'm going to have a bath. I walk in, put the light on. For some reason it didn't come on, but I thought, it's all right. I'll just, you know, doesn't matter. You can have a bath in the
It's summer, so it's light anyway.
Well, there's no windows in the bathroom, so... Yeah.
So you were in the darkness?
So I'm in the darkness. I nod off because I'm shattered. He calls up, hassling me. So I said, well, yeah, it doesn't normally take that long for me because, you know, I haven't got, like, long hair. I've got a dryer and so I can sort of one wipe.
Yeah, he's already 10 minutes late, though, when I called.
Well, 10 minutes. 10
wow,
minutes.
late. This is late, this. Next.
Doesn't matter. Dinner wasn't until 15:15, so we had, like, another 20 minutes anyway. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but we said 1:45.
So he's calling up, hurry up. So I said, yeah, all right. So I get out and dry and like my tackle and what have you. Calls back again 30 seconds later.
You know?
No, I don't.
No?
You know, I
You
don't like
you're
that.
not going to do that, no.
Give it a wipe. 30 seconds later, come on. So I end up going downstairs to the meal area,
naked,
with a wet shirt on and wet socks. I've got headache as it is. Meant to be a relaxing weekend.
So, is there what's the best bit about the holiday? Come on, pretend you're Judith Chalmers.
I have been doing. I would have done all. I would have said that. Don't bother. Right. I mean, the hotel was good.
Yeah.
That was all right.
What was that like?
It's all right. Just, you know, clean. That's all you want, isn't it?
See, that's not quite what Judith Chalmers does. She doesn't go, what's the hotel like? All right, yeah, clean, innit? All right. What was it like? Was it, what was it? 3-star, 4-star? Did it have a swimming pool? What was the room like?
Yeah, had a swimming pool and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. If, you know, I think it was one of the better ones on the island.
Okay.
Nightlife?
Wasn't really. And there was a bar, there was some bands playing.
Yeah.
Not very good. Food got a bit boring.
Yeah.
It was always the same food every night, but they sort of themed it and made out as if it was different. So, like, on Mexican night, it'd be chicken with a nacho on it.
Right.
And Chinese night, sort of chicken with a little prawn cracker on it and stuff.
Sure.
But that got a bit boring.
That's me just turning on my phone, because I want to read to you a text that I got from Karl. I think you sort of sum up the holiday in this text, don't you? Do you remember it?
I can't remember.
Let's have a look. Let's have a little look.
Instantly, what did Suzanne, your girlfriend, make of it? Similar view to you? That they should fill in the holes? Yeah,
it's just that thing, you see, I went on a coach trip, right? And you go and see the volcanoes. Like I say, there's 36 of them.
Yeah.
Which, you know, how many do you need? And when we're on the coach going round all these volcanoes, the fella on the front's going and look out your left window at the moment, and there's a volcano. And if you quickly look out at the right-hand side there, there's another one.
Right.
And on the left, he's just like, all right, we've seen it.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that trip, I mean, we'll talk about that trip in a bit.
Right, this is the text I got from Karl, right? All right. Been up to a volcano. Been in some dead artist's house who built his house in the lava. They said they would show me science with volcanoes, but all they did was chuck some water in a hole and it shot up in the air. No dwarves in the canteen, no scousers here, but there is a Swede woman with a big head. She looks effing gormless with a cap on. If you want, I'll pay for you to take history again.
Karl, we'd love to see you get a C or above. And
well,
we're willing
I'll pay for you, and I'll get you some books. Right, now listen. We can, let's get, I reckon, when are the exams? June?
Something like that, yeah.
We'll try and register next week, and I reckon you can get an A or B.
I'm busy.
In history. No, don't worry about it, it's just easy. I get you Brody's notes. If Heat magazine, they love you, Karl. They could probably sort something out. They could probably pay for a tutor. They got a lot of money, they sell a lot of magazines.
I mean, it is always, almost always, and you found that out, I discovered this, it's always the Tudors and Stuarts. There's no fear for them not coming up. Now, what do you already know about them? You must already know stuff about Henry VIII and Elizabeth.
No, because it's too long ago to even get interested in. Do you know what I mean? You can't.
Is that why you didn't?
Okay. The Anderson thing, it was like, God, you know, I bet my mum and dad were in an Anderson shelter. You know, this is interesting.
What, when they...
Oh, my granddad would have, like, had something to do with this. But the Tudors, it's like, I don't know even if I had a family back then. God.
Play a record! God, we come back
Hang
to
on,
this.
hang
Sorry,
on, hang on.
Steve,
Just because I need to introduce my the new feature.
Yeah,
for the
I
record.
don't know if I had a family back then.
Carl, listen, let me just ask you now, right? If you can finish this sentence, we've got a chance. Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded.
Died. What is it?
We just need to do a little bit of work, but otherwise I think you're going to be fine. It's how you remember what happened to Henry VIII's wives.
They're little...
Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded...
It's like spam. Support... What's it? Support, protection, anchorage, movement. That's how
You're going to... That's nothing to do with the Tudors
No,
and
nothing to
Stuarts.
do with the skeleton.
Yeah, see, no, we're not doing biology.
Mnemonics and acronyms.
What happened to Henry VIII's last wife? Did she die, or did she not die? Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded...
Do you know that the only king that has got a moustache is... No. The only king that hasn't got a moustache is the King of Hearts on the playing cards.
Carl is genuinely... I don't know if he's actually upset or embarrassed, but it doesn't matter. Why does it matter? You were 15 and didn't go to school.
If you were my friends, I think you would have just said, oh, we can't find them.
Why?
Because
But you just
wanted
matter,
to
though.
What to do with that?
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean? It's ridiculous. Do it again because you want to learn, because there's great things in the world to learn about. Don't worry. Look, GCSE is vocational. It's vocationally for a 15, 16-year-old to go on to do A-levels or whatever, or to get results. But you don't need that because you've done very well. You don't care about the Tudors and the Stuarts. I mean, you know.
I mean, I've had a couple of jobs, not this one, because you don't need qualifications to get a job.
Obviously.
In the radio.
Yeah, obviously.
You're absolutely right.
But
Yeah.
the ones that I have got in the past, I did, because I didn't collect them, I had to lie. And I didn't like go mad. I didn't say I had A's and stuff. But I didn't put history down because I didn't even know I did it.
So it's a bonus.
I kind of treated myself to like a D and a couple of C's and that, so it's like, well, he's not...
I love the fact that Carl even then was honourable. It's like, I'll at least put down the ones I think I took and lie, but the ones I didn't take, I won't lie about.
Yeah, and don't give yourself a B. Exactly. If they're going to find out you lied, give yourself a B next time,
It could
Carl.
backfire, couldn't it? I mean, my brother's a bit mental, and he used to do things like go for jobs and say, oh yeah, I've done this before. Like being a mechanic, and he's never even picked up a spanner. And yet, he'd have the confidence to go and try and fix cars. Well, I'm not that daft, but... God, and he...
Who do you blame for this?
That's just an easy way out. I have to blame myself. No?
Yeah.
What was the teacher like?
Well, there's loads of different ones. I didn't like... I mean, the history teacher, it is my own fault, because with her, she's a bit mental. And I used to kind of stop the lesson by saying, oh, miss, tell us about your fireplace you've got that is made from a gravestone. Because that's what
That
she
would
had.
stop any English teacher in their
No,
tracks.
and she loved telling you about it. So
Yeah.
it was like, oh,
I learned
brilliant.
that from a
So
teacher,
that's why
yeah.
I didn't know about divorce, head loss, and all that.
Yeah.
Dandruff legs. Horse, head loss, dandruff legs.
But remember now, divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. That's all you got to remember.
So, yeah, the things that annoyed me was, like, you get bored, sat around the pool after a couple of days. I'd read my book.
Yeah.
You know, there wasn't much going on the...
Not even any
complex.
crabs to throw sand at, was
No
there?
crabs or anything. They wouldn't bother with Lanzarote, right? So, decided to go on a little trip. That's when I saw the volcanoes and that, 36 of them. So, we go on the trip, and the thing that annoys me, it does happen every holiday that you go on. If you go on a sort of a package thing, they have these trips, right? And you pay about 40-odd quid, and they give you some wine, so it make it feel like you're getting your money's worth. But,
How many of these trips have you been on then? Loads.
Probably about 12.
Phew, more holidays than I've had. Go on. Yeah,
So
go
anyway, so you're on the coach, right? And they take you, for the volcanoes, they took us in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Right? There's nothing else round there.
Sure.
It's like I say, it's like Mars, but with holes in the ground.
Yeah.
Right? And they sort of drop you off, and they go, right, everybody, see you back here in an hour. There's loads of volcanoes for you to look at, and a coffee shop over there. And you know for a fact, right, you don't need an hour there. You could just say, well, just keep the engine running, because I'll have a look in this hole, we'll get back on, give us 5 minutes. Don't need an hour.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We went, it was a great day, wasn't it? Brilliant round of golf, absolutely brilliant. Such a beautiful place in Stoke Poges, like a really posh place.
And are you a good golf player?
Well, we'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
Well, he bought the shoes especially for it.
Oh, brilliant. I'd love to have seen him in those little shoes.
I know, and they were no good because they were metal spikes. We had to change them. He was annoyed straight away. He spent over £22 on these golf shoes. We hired a buggy that was brilliant fun. I was bombing along, wasn't I? I don't drive, but it was great on that buggy. Well, you've been on a buggy with me, and you were a bit scared.
Yeah.
What? I nearly killed us once. I was just taking banks and things, but you don't see sort of bunkers, and he'd scream and go, stop! And he'd put his foot down the brake, and then I reversed.
At one point, he sort of did a handbrake turn next to the lake, and then we had to reverse, right? And you just flick a switch and put your foot down. He did that without looking. I looked behind, there's a big oak tree there.
He screams, watch the tree, right? So
Dukes of Hazzard.
And I kept jumping in and leaving him behind because I had to go to my ball. Because anyway, so the first shot, I got on the driver. I honestly did one of the best shots I've ever done. It went straight down. It was great. I thought, phew, got away with that because it's always the first one because it's a clubhouse and you want to look good.
Yeah.
So. He tees up, and I've been saying, buy some balls. He just got 6 balls. I was going, what if you lose me? I want these 6 balls, right? He tees up, right? Whacks it. It goes miles, like right angles, straight into the woods, right? He turns around, he goes, go and buy some more balls. So I'm laughing, because it's like impolite to laugh, but he broke the ice for me, and I was falling around, and then his second shot, I go, you're off a 3 now. If you take another shot, he went, oh, right. So it's his third shot, he puts the ball down. He hits the ground before it and misses the ball altogether. And I was on my back, wasn't I? Unbelievable.
Actually rolling about on his back.
I was rolling about, and we were terrible. I went round 107. He went round in like 119 or something.
Sure.
It was just rubbish.
How long did it take?
5 hours.
Of course.
And there was no one around, luckily. But it was fantastic. So then we go and have our meal. What annoys me, I said, right, I'll go for a run. He went, I'll have a bath. I said, I'll see you at 7:45. At 7:55, I have to call him. He's not ready, so he's let me down there. I can't stand lateness or laziness.
You hate lateness.
Yeah, and he's let me down. Do you know his excuse? He fell asleep in the bath because there was no light bulb.
There's no light bulb in the bathroom.
So instantly he fell asleep, and he was late.
No, do you know what I mean though, Steve? If you're sort of like nice and warm and what have you, I was tired anyway, I've been stressed out for 4.5 hours, right? My life flashed in front of me a few times in that buggy. So it's all sort of wears you down a bit. I thought, right, I've got a headache, you're going for your run, I'm going to have a bath. I walk in, put the light on, for some reason it didn't come on, but I thought, it's alright, I'll just, doesn't matter, you can have a bath in the
It's summer, so it's light anyway.
Well, there's no windows in the bathroom, so...
So you were in the darkness?
So I'm in the darkness. I nod off because I'm shattered. He calls up, hassling me. So I said, well, it doesn't normally take that long for me because, I haven't got, like, long hair. I've got a dryer and so I can sort of one wipe.
Yeah, he's already 10 minutes late, though, when I called.
Well, 10 minutes.
10 minutes. This is late, next.
Doesn't matter. Dinner wasn't until 7:15, so we had, like, another 20 minutes anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but we said 7:45. So
he's calling up, hurry up. So I said, yeah, all right. So I get out and dry and like my tackle and what have you. Calls back again 30 seconds later. No, I don't, I don't like that.
Not gonna do that, no.
Give it a wipe. 30 seconds later, come on. So I end up going downstairs to the meal area.
Naked.
With a wet shirt on and wet socks. I've got headache as it is. Meant to be a relaxing weekend.
But anyway, so we have our meal, which is really nice. And then we're sitting in the bar. I'm having a cigar by the fire.
Yeah.
Like, we're having a rather nice Pinot Grigio.
Yeah.
He's there going, I've got a headache.
Is this 1955 that you live in?
I know, yeah. It's so right. We are knackered because he's not used to work. I've seen him moaning, falling asleep. He's not used to it at all.
And you've been on your feet for over half an hour.
Yeah, right. So we didn't even walk around the golf course. We had a buggy.
Yeah.
It wasn't even exercise. That was Bowie and Waterloo Sunset.
Right, Carl. It's a questionnaire about happiness.
Oh yeah.
There's one person. Well, that should answer it right there. The first question, Carl. On a happy scale of 1 to 10, where are you on the happy scale?
Is it at this moment or in general?
Well, I would say generally.
Okay.
Yeah, but you don't always have to like. I think I'm happy in that, but I don't always show it.
You never show it.
No, but it doesn't mean I'm not happy in that. Like I'm all right at the moment. I'd say I'm probably on a. It's probably on about an 8. I was probably on about a 9 when I woke up, right? And then sort of fell out with Suzanne over a haircut.
Yeah.
Right? She went for a haircut and came back with something that I didn't like.
What, sorry, what did you say? So when your girlfriend walked to the door, she had her hair done, you said, I don't like it, alright? Did you say
she could tell by the look on my face. I said,
but don't you say, no, I'm happy with it, I just can't tell. I'm loving it.
Because then she won't have it done again.
Oh,
You've got to
Carl, I
let
just
people
cannot
know.
get over you. I really can't.
No, but you haven't seen it. Right?
Oh,
So then I was fed up, but then I thought...
Sorry, what authority have you got to talk about haircuts?
yeah, you had well, officially from a barber in Manchester above a railway station in a shack, it was £2 a cut, told you have the hair of a Chinaman. Well, you wish you had the hair of a Chinaman now, you got no hair. You're a little bald man with your mouth open, so don't... Is she listening to this, Suzanne? Sitting at home with a woolly hat on?
I don't know. But she knows now, doesn't she?
What did you say? What
What
words
did you
did
do
you say?
about it,
I
though?
just said you look like someone out of Slade.
Interestingly, that's what I look for in a girlfriend.
Oh, God!
Which one is Slade?
That one with the funny...
Not Dave Hill.
Yeah.
The one with the crooked fringe and the goofy... She had her teeth done as well, did she? She had 2 front teeth put in.
Dumper.
So anyway,
So prior to that, you're on a 9. Then you saw the haircut, you're on an 8.
Yeah.
yeah. And
Now
then,
what you on?
I'm probably on about a 6 at the moment.
Why? What's happened?
Well, while Star Sailor was on, bit more head squeezing going on. So, yeah, about a 5 or 6.
So generally speaking, what would you say you are?
About
on
4.
You're on a 4 for annoying. Alright. What would you give someone who wasn't very happy? What would you give them?
What are you thinking, Carl? Depends why they're not happy.
They're low, okay, so what would you give them?
I mean, yeah, depends, innit? If it's someone who's just lost their arms and legs in an accident, you don't give them a lollipop.
Sure, or some mittens.
Yeah. You give them a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And dare I say it, a smile.
A skateboard.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know.
You got to answer the question.
Alright, so hang on, let's assume that you've upset your girlfriend because you slagged off her haircut.
What are you
right?
gonna do now
feel
to go and
guilty.
make her happy?
How are you going to cheer her up? And not buy her a baseball cap?
I don't know yet. I haven't thought about it because I've got this to sort out. So when I get home, get her some gel or something.
Oh, God! Oh, Christ.
Oh, that's a wonderful, wonderful clip, and
Yeah.
a great record that preceded or followed it, I'm not sure. But,
Oh, dear.
could I make some dedications?
Yeah.
Because I, last week, just before we had to come in to record this, popped out trying to get onto the tube, and I had a nightmare because there were millions of protesters, so-called protesters. Now, a lot of them obviously doing good work. There was one fella, I think you'd have appreciated it, because I know you are very politically active, and I think this guy has really studied hard, and he's realised the best way to make his voice heard on the international political stage is to ride around on a tricycle wearing a jester's hat. He was really shaking up the bloody government.
wouldn't want to be George W. Bush about now.
Not indeed.
Once he sees that.
Once he sees that guy.
Imagine his aides rushing in and going, George W., look at this guy. Where's that? That's in London, England. Okay, call off the forces.
Is that a large tricycle?
Yeah.
Is he wearing a nappy?
Get me Colin Powell. Why'd you call him Colin, not Colin? It's the way he likes it. Don't about. Just call off the troops. There's a in a jester's hat. Call the troops off.
Just bleep some of those bits.
Well, we're running out of time. We've got to get on with the show. It's near the end. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the scientists stuck in a big, hut in the middle of nowhere in pitch darkness, 10 of them.
I imagine they've been fascinated, Rick, by the finger up the arse discussion. We had
Chinese don't age well, gingers, all that.
The big fat kid.
Well, actually, they're probably securing the knowledge that if they want to kill some time and it's dark, there's anything better than stick your finger up someone else's ass.
Exactly.
So enjoy that. But they've been hanging on for Rockbusters clues, I imagine. There's the answer. So give us the clue again quickly.
All right, so the first one was the fella let his wife know how he got the bruise on his legs.
Go on.
Right, that was Courtney Love. Yeah, Courtney Love. So that's Courtney Love.
So that's
the
fine.
first one, CL.
So that one's fine.
The second one, that Potter lad.
What am I doing? Letting that one
Just
go?
let it go, just let it go.
Am I just letting that go?
Annoyingly, we haven't got time to take issue with it, Rick.
Okay.
That Potter lad, he's got a lot of bottle, hasn't he, doing all that stuff with the wizards and that.
Go on.
That's Brave Harry, yeah, the bravery. Bravery, current sort of XFM band, the Bravery, Brave Harry, that works as well.
No, it doesn't.
And the last one,
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't work.
the Buddhists
It doesn't work.
won't be able to get in their temple without
Doesn't
these.
work. Brave Harry. Brave Harry. Doesn't work. Brave Harry.
The
Brave
Buddhists,
Harry.
Buddhists won't be able to get in their temple without these. TM. That's
Yeah.
the monk keys, right? So who got all them?
The Monk Keys?
Who got all them like
Which band are called the Monk Keys?
the monkeys?
Oh, the Monkeys.
Yeah, the monkeys.
From their classic first album, Velvet Underground and Nico, which apparently peaked at a disappointing 171 in the US charts.
Think of that.
And that's obviously Lou Reed, the Velvet Underground, and Waiting for the Man.
Yeah, great track. So we were talking, we were doing White Van Man, and we got onto
We got on to genetically modified babies, but
and then
somehow...
Carl started telling a story about someone with a horse, and then he got onto, he was trying to make money selling flowers. Just do the flowers briefly.
Well, hang on, I just want to recap slightly. So there was a family, and who had the horse in the family?
It was.
Because you lived on an estate in Manchester.
So the mother was a right pig, apparently. I don't know if that's
you
relevant.
don't need to go that far.
But
what
go
I'm
on.
trying to do is like make a picture for you so you understand.
What did she
what a
look
picture
like?
it
Who
is.
did she look like?
Bit of a, and no disrespect to her, bit like Pauline
Quirky, yeah.
right?
Okay, I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be Pauline. Did she have any tats? Did she have any tattoos?
I've never got that close to her.
Okay, all right.
So who had the horse? Was this her son or her
No,
husband?
her daughter.
Her daughter had stolen a horse,
Yeah, from I don't know where. There was I think there was some stables down the road or something.
and they kept the horse in the house with
They
them.
kept it in the house.
Did
But
they
didn't
get
have
caught?
it for long.
No.
Sorry, and you said you were in the house one day and you saw the horse
No,
in
what
there.
happened was I was. They did this thing at school about raising money for charity, right? For some local charity, and they said you can do anything to raise money, and they came out with all these ideas, and I thought that's good.
What was the charity?
Well, I don't know. I thought forget the charity.
Yeah, that's
I'm
just
a
a good
charity
money making
eater.
overweight.
So-
You're a charity.
So, so I asked my mum for some, because she used to have a lot of flowers around the house.
Sure.
I said, can I just take some snippings off them? And I'll go and buy some plastic cups. And got some soil out of the garden, planted the bits of plants in them.
Yeah.
Got a tray.
Yeah.
Had about 25 plants on it, selling them for 25 pence each.
Excellent. Did you sell any?
Yeah, so loads.
Did you just cut? You didn't just cut them and stick them in the
Yeah,
soil.
they want to survive. But I think people sort of thought, well, good on him for trying. But anyway, so I went round to theirs, because I thought their house could do with a bit of colour and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a bit rough. So as I went
The
up,
horse went, thank God for that breakfast. They've been feeding me kitty cat.
so I got up to the door, and they opened the door, and it was one of them houses where no carpet,
Yeah, a horse in the living room.
You know.
We've all been there.
and the horse was walking around the living room.
Oh.
I looked quite happy and everything, because I always say that about animals.
Black Beauty
right?
was on. Yeah.
Well, think about it, right? If you were a horse, where would you rather be? In a little wooden hut with a load of hay, or in like a house with a
Central heating.
3-piece suite and a telly and that? It was my birthday, right? Went home after working with you a couple of Saturdays ago, right? Girlfriend was like, open your card. And I said, no, it's my birthday on Monday, I'll open it.
You obey by the rules, don't you, on birthdays? Birthday rule.
Well, there's no point.
Well, exactly. Chaos leads that way.
Yeah, right, so...
Not an anarchist, never has been.
So anyway, she was kept going on, and it was doing me head in. So I said, "All right, I'll open it."
Yeah.
So I opened it. Ticket fell out. Surprise holiday to one of the Canary Islands. So
And what was your reaction? I mean...
first one was we haven't got enough money
Right.
for this, but I didn't want to ruin it. So
No.
so I didn't go on about that, and I said, "Oh, it'd be great." So I can't wait. So,
Did you say it in that tone of voice?
Well, it was good timing because I was tired and everything, and I'm not a big holiday fan,
No.
but the timing was right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's the same as last night. I don't always like a curry, but last night
You're in the
Yeah.
mood.
you get that sort of, oh yeah.
Curry. You had a feeling.
Yeah, you had a feeling
You
for
thought,
curry.
and then lo and behold, later you were eating the curry. It's weird, isn't it?
Very
Isn't it weird, the
strange. Life is-
paranormal? Isn't it weird? Isn't it weird?
They work in mysterious ways.
Yeah,
ghosts.
yeah.
So
yeah.
anyway, right, the island, if I was on with you here, I'd probably say it's a bit barren.
Okay.
Not much there, but if you get a hotel, you guarantee good weather. Right?
Are you?
No, what I mean is, it'll be a good holiday. If you get a hotel, right, the weather's always good, so you'll have a nice
Yeah,
time.
that was a comma, yeah, it was a, yeah, go on.
And all that, and the food was all right, and everything was going all right. I was just having a nice, relaxing time.
And how do you sort of spend your time on a holiday? You just lie around? Is
That sort of holiday, just lying around. I bought a book.
You bought a book?
Yeah.
Okay, ghosts?
No, it was short stories, right? It
About
was like
ghosts?
no, it was about like like special days in our time and time before me and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, it was telling you about how in, I think it was 1814, the Thames frozen up.
Yeah.
And all these stories are told by eyewitnesses.
Yeah.
Right? So there's some fella who was around in 1814, and the Thames was frozen, and people used to put market stalls on there, and they'd do the shopping. It was like like an Oxford Street.
Was that Mad Liar Charlie? No, because he's famous for that.
Well, I'm sure, you know.
No, I think that was Mad Liar Charlie.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was reading that, and then after a couple of days was a bit like,
boring.
Yeah, you can only do sort of so much lying around
And so much reading.
So Suzanne said, let's go on the beach, have a walk.
You ain't gone on the beach?
Where have you been up to this point then? In your room?
No, just like around the pool, just relaxing and having a swim and that.
Yeah.
So she said, let's go on the beach. I said, all right then, yeah. So wandered down to the beach, and first impressions are, yeah, it's all right, it's clean.
Your criteria is so basic, it's brilliant.
Right.
Hotel, yes. Roof, good. Food, adequate. Beach, clean. Next.
So I'm walking along, and everything's good, and there's a woman feeding fish bread, which I thought that's different.
I love that. He likes originality. He loves a bit of originality.
He was feeding fish bread?
This woman was there, like, up to her knees in water.
Yeah.
And she was stood there.
Was that a sea?
Chucking,
Oh, right, good.
chucking this bread, and I thought, what's she doing? And I stood there and watched for a minute, and there was little fish coming up, having the bread. I thought, So we carried on walking, and everything's going well, and then this fella comes towards me.
Everything's going well.
Yeah,
I haven't fallen over.
Clean feeding bread. 2 points for originality.
Fella comes walking towards me.
Oi, oi.
He's only got no pants on.
Oh.
So I said, Suzanne, what's going on?
Why did he turn to her? Like she knows more
So
than
she
him.
said, oh, yeah, it's, she said, yeah, it's a nudity.
Is this going to be a long story? Could you pour that coffee? Can you give me that coffee over? Sorry, this is really bad. Yeah, because he's poured... Thank you.
Just amuse yourselves while we sort the coffee.
Thank you very much.
Steve, do you want
I'll have a cup of coffee, Carl. Thanks, yeah, cheers.
Cold. Right, good. Okay.
So...
Great. Thank you.
So she said, yeah, it's a nudist beach. So I said, well, why, what? I said, we're all it's all mixed up. Normally on a nudist beach, it's a nudist beach and you don't go wandering on there when you get your clothes on and that. So it annoyed me a bit, because there wasn't any signs. So this fella's getting closer.
Well, the knob out was a sign.
Yeah. Right, so he's getting closer, and he walked past me. It was an old fella. And he walked past and he had a hat on and a little pipe and a big rucksack on his back. Right, so he got me thinking...
Not strictly naked.
I'm walking along and I'm thinking, right, why do people want to do this? So straight away, I wasn't on holiday anymore, because most of the time when I'm on holiday, I don't think about anything. Right?
Your mind's a blank.
I just switch off. Right? But all of a sudden, this has got in my head now, and I turn around to look at him, and...
Check out his eyes.
And this bag, right, I swear, it was massive, right?
What? You had a massive bag?
The bag.
His rucksack?
His rucksack.
Oh, right, okay. When he said there was an old couple coming towards me, I said, what was lower, the bloke's bollocks or the woman's tits? And he said, well, that was another point. She might as well have worn knickers. Because so naked. That's what he said to me.
So you saw the bag?
So it annoyed me, yeah, because the whole idea in it, this is what I think, I mean, I might be wrong, right? Might be wrong.
Chances are
you never have been. You never have been before.
Being nudist, right? What's it all about?
So I'll tell you, on that point, Carl, let's play a tune, let's come back and we'll discuss...
What are we going to play?
We'll discuss that very issue. We've got some ideas, we did chat about this last week, Carl, in your absence.
Alright, well, we'll play the Coral.
Okay.
It's a good one, this.
Yeah.
Coral, Dreaming of You, on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington.
If you just joined us, Carl is walking down the beach, and a man has just passed him with his knob out. Yeah,
his testicles out and his huge bag, apparently.
Right.
Now, we'll sum this up, quick, because we did talk about it last week. You did call me and tell me some of these things, and we sort of mentioned it last week, but you just want to say just give us your thoughts on nudity.
Well, what I don't understand is, right, nudity, I thought it was all about, sort of being free.
Yeah.
Natural, letting the breeze, blow around you and that. That's all I can think of like the bonus of doing it. But you can get that by just having a pair of shorts on, right? Because I'm not one for getting my kit off. It's just something a bit weird about it, isn't it? Normally, if I go for a walk on the beach, I'll put a shirt on.
Sure.
But leave it unbuttoned.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah, tease the ladies, sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it just feels a bit weird. So it's best to cover your back anyway, because the sun and all that.
Advice, yeah.
But when I saw him, and I thought, well, right, is he doing it to sort of be free and be comfy and all that? And then I thought, but he's carrying a big bag, right? I've got a pair of shorts on, and I'm not looking at him thinking, I bet he's really comfy. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't going, I can't wait to get home and get my shorts off. They're really annoying me, these. So, and that's just it. I don't get what it's all about.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Sure. Well, okay. Well, my advice to you is don't go to nudist beaches again.
Well, I didn't go again.
That was,
Like I said to you, though, the reason I did this was to get that kitchen, right? Now,
brilliant.
As we speak now, right, Builder's in the flat. He's been annoying me.
Of course he has. Of course he has. What's he been doing?
When he turned up on Monday, right?
Yeah.
Wanders in, and the first thing he says to me is, said, the pub across the road, is it any good? I said, well, it doesn't matter, does it? You're working on the kitchen.
Think of saying that to a builder. Probably making conversation. Probably meant, do they do a toasted sandwich? Because I've got a half-hour lunch break. Not an hour, like Karl Pilkington. So I'll probably go and get a nice, cheese and tomato sandwich.
Is that genuinely what you said to him?
Yeah.
The first thing you said
so
to him?
Suzanne had a go at me saying, why have you said that? He hasn't even started on it yet.
I cannot believe that.
You're unbelievable, Karl. And you say it's us that are rude, crass,
I wasn't
thoughtless.
being rude. I just was letting him know. Do you know what I mean? I know what
He
they're up
knows
to.
what he was there for. He had it down on his little docket. Do the kitchen this week. He didn't come there and go, what did I come out for? Was it to go to the pub for a week?
Why am I wearing these overalls?
Yeah. Who's the little bald mank twat insulting me? Let me just check. Let me call the head office.
I wasn't having a go, though. I mean, they should have finished it yesterday, and they're there now, right, on their own. And what annoyed me is they turned up late today.
Hold on, Karl, I've just realised something. They're probably listening to the radio. This, I assume, tuned to XFM, isn't it, in your kitchen?
Yeah, but they don't know it's me, do they? Do you know what I mean?
No. They'd go, he's got a whiny mank voice as well. So's the bloke who owns this place. And the bloke who owns this place, when I said, what's that pub like across the road, said, well, you won't be bothering that. He's working on it. No, he won't be able to put two and two together, will he? You've suddenly, the penny's dropped, doesn't it? You've suddenly realised. Look at his face! Yeah. He's suddenly realised they might know it's him.
And they could be listening, and they're going to clean you out, mate.
Oh, if you are the builder working in, where is it? I won't say the address, but it's
Central London, isn't
it?
Go mental. Have whatever you want.
Opposite that pub that you like,
He'll probably be in there now, so he won't be listening.
Or insulting
a
British workman.
He should have been in today.
Mental.
He should have been at 8 this morning, which annoyed me anyway. Why? I really don't understand why they've got to start so early, right?
Yeah.
But he said he'll be there for 8, turned up at 9:30, right? Wanders in, and what annoys me is, he could have left all this downstairs. He had a paper under his arm, one of those crossword books, and a pot noodle. Now, I'm not being funny, but most of them take quite a bit of time. A crossword book, he's not happy with just the one that's in the paper.
If you're listening, if you are the builder that's listening now, doing Karl's flat, what about pissing in the laundry basket?
All right, this is Karl. See, there's always other things going on in my mind when I'm in that pub quiz. For me, it's just a little bit of fun.
Sure.
It's a night out. Do you know what I mean? Suzanne enjoys it.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a get-together. We have a chat beforehand.
Yeah.
We have a bit of fun.
Yeah.
But there was other things on my mind.
Karl, I could do that here. I don't have to lose a tenner.
Wait, what were you thinking during the quiz then, when the questions were coming out? What were you thinking of?
Well, what it was, right, just before the quiz started, I had to go to the toilet, right? Because the rule is, right, people who don't go to it, once it starts, phones off, no more toilet. They take it dead serious, don't they, right?
Yeah.
So I went to the toilet. Now, I'm not being out of order here, it just got me thinking, right? I went to the toilet. The gay fella in there, right?
There was a gay fella in there.
Gay fella in the toilet. Now,
how could you tell?
How did you know?
Just typical, everything about it, right?
Everything about it, right, yeah. Oh. What, large handlebar moustache, leather cap.
Butt plugs, amyl nitrate. Could I just say that these views do not reflect the views of the management of XFM or me and Steve.
Or most of the people in this country.
Go on, Karl. What's your problem?
Yeah, but this is what I'm worried about, really. But this is why I only got Danny Minogue right. right? Because this was floating around my mind. Went
She's
to
a
the
big
toilet.
gal icon,
Now,
isn't she?
go into the toilet. They have like men's cubicle and they have women's cubicle.
Yeah.
Now, without sounding out of order, is it wrong for me to think gay men should have their own little cubicle?
Go in!
They should have their own... Well, not cubicle, you mean an actual toilet, I suppose.
When I was at the urinal,
Yeah.
normally, you know, there's a fella there and then you go, all right. And there's no pressure. But I couldn't go. I was thinking, should I wait? If I go into the toilet, it'll look obvious.
Yeah.
I had loads of pressure and
But
this was
what were
going
you
on.
worried about?
I'm so sorry.
What were you
so
concerned
sorry,
about?
viewers. I'm so
Well,
sorry.
it's like, right, listen, when I was a kid, right, and it's all right for you to go into women's toilets when you're a kid, it's like, oh, it's a bit cute,
Yeah.
right, as long as you're not, like, over 15 or something, right?
Right.
But when I was a kid, I went into a toilet, and women, when they use their little cubicles, they don't shut the door. Some of them just sit down on the toilet,
Yeah.
right, and you see everything. And, no, seriously, that's probably one of the first times I saw, like, a woman.
Yeah.
That, right, and my Auntie Nora when she was staying over.
What happened with your Auntie Nora?
She was, she's into wearing caftans.
Into wearing what?
You know, caftans.
Oh, yeah.
What caftans?
Big, bellowy sort of dresses.
Right.
And, yeah, I used to sit on the floor at home in front of the telly.
Sure.
She was on the chair behind.
Yeah.
She did a bit of a sort of a Sharon Stone scene.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
There was no underwear.
No.
What age were you?
What was it like?
What age were
It
you?
was like a ripped tennis ball.
What? Right, we're off air. We're off air. Either that or put us in for the Sonys.
New Year's resolution, Carl?
I don't know. I don't do it. Really. Don't
What
worry
about
about
something like, I don't know, start smoking? Do you mind? There must be something.
No, it's a waste of time, isn't it? Don't bother with that.
Right?
You,
Any-
Steve?
Me, no, I've never really made any New Year's resolutions. I just be good to people. Just treat everyone as you want to be treated yourself. Give to charity. Hate, crime, racism, famine, sexism.
I know you're going to keep to all those, except the give to charity. That's... Me and Carl find that a little bit hard to believe.
Never gonna happen. Well, you've always got to break at least one of your New Year's resolutions.
Exactly. Yeah, well, I think I'll be nice to Carl. What about learn more? I was thinking that. I want to
I'm
learn
always
more.
teaching you stuff.
I've got... I watched... I'll tell you what, Christmas telly was dreadful this year. I don't know if I've hit that age where I think consciously I thought this is worse than usual.
Yeah.
And I ended up watching Discovery Channel and History Channel again, and I watched 4 episodes in a row of this fantastic documentary, 1418 War, narrated by Dame Judi Dench, and it's brilliant. I just can't get enough of it. I hated history at school, and now I want to know everything.
Yeah.
And I think that's mine. Learn all the stuff about stuff.
I like learning though. I always
Yeah.
say that to you. I'm always looking up stuff. When I was on holiday, even though it was sunny outside and they had big holes to look at if I wanted to, I stayed in and watched Discovery there and was watching stuff about scorpions and that.
Yeah, what did you learn?
Well, nothing, because it was all in Spanish. But I just watched it. What I found out, right? What I found...
Scorpions are very good. It's only about poison you get with.
What I don't understand is with scorpions, right? They have like this sort of weapons, don't they? They have the poison and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Which can kill a man.
Yeah.
But there was a couple of little animals and that were its sort of enemy,
Yeah.
and it stung them, and it didn't kill them. So what's the point?
Well, firstly, not all scorpions kill a man. Some of them,
This one did, they said.
Yeah, well, they range from like bee stings to so much venom it can take down a horse on things like spiders and snakes and scorpions. So it depends. But a scorpion that will kill a man would kill a rabbit. So I don't know what you're talking about.
No, there was a snake that it stuck its thing into, and some sort of beaver, and they were just like running about.
There's nothing funny about that, so why are we laughing?
Well, the snake wasn't running about, was it?
Well, it was slithering about a bit.
Yeah. What was the beaver doing when the snake...
Just sort of, I think it ate it in the end.
What? Ate what?
Ate the scorpion. Just wandered off.
Well, it wasn't a beaver.
There you go,
There's
you've
no
learned that.
way it was a beaver.
All right, an otter. It was,
This is what you've pieced together from a show in Spanish.
well, I'm just saying though, how come he can't kill something that small, yet there's someone on holiday that's no sort of danger to that scorpion, we're not going to harm it, right? And yet it can kill a man.
So you say, but I don't believe it.
Shut up, mate. Seriously, this is gobbledygook.
Taught you something again, though. That's what I'm saying.
No, what have you taught us, though? What is that? What is the fact that's come out of that? A scorpion can kill a man, but the beaver was dancing with a snake. Then
you do that
That's
all the
not
time,
a fact.
though.
That's not a fact.
Down. New Year's Eve taught him something, right, about dead people.
No. You know, the things that taught me, I was saying you're talking shite. He says they found out your soul weighs an ounce.
Your soul?
Yeah. Your soul weighs an ounce.
Right, who found this out?
I read it.
Your arsehole weighs an ounce.
Yeah.
There's no such thing. A soul weighs an ounce. You're talking drivel.
All right.
Have you got any monkey news?
So what did they do? They weighed someone who was alive, and they would wait for you to die, then weigh you again.
There was someone
now
who-
you've lost an ounce. Yeah, oh, sorry, it must be your soul shooting off to heaven.
It was someone who was really ill, and they said, we can't do anything for you here, but we've got a bit of an idea that we want to do. We've been wanting to do this. Stuck him on some scales. He said, right, you weigh 9 pounds an ounce, or whatever, because he was wasting away. He died, 9 pounds. And there was also a fella in the week who said that women shouldn't be wearing trousers
Why?
because they don't look good in them. What do you think? What do you think about that?
It's rubbish.
Yeah.
These are the only things that have caught your eye over the last couple of weeks. This is the entire news.
Galileo did something with light. A French fella said women shouldn't wear trousers. See, that to me wouldn't pass as education.
It's not education.
I don't know where you could ever use that. I don't know when that would ever be applicable to life.
I just like reading stuff that sort of reminds me of. Do you know what I mean? If I read it and it gets me thinking, I think that's a good little piece.
But I mean, but surely can't you just sort of like sit near something that vibrates to keep your brain going, or shake your head every now and again? I mean, what does this do? You mean it makes you start using your brain?
But what aspect of a Frenchman said women shouldn't wear trousers got your mind working? What questions were you
Because I
asking?
thought that's a bit daft, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Okay,
And I
it
was
ends there
thinking-
with me. There's nothing else. There's nowhere else for me to go on that.
He closes
Your
the
mind's
gate.
still whirring.
Yeah, go on. What do you think? Let's go through this. Oh, I wish we could download his
I know,
thoughts.
I know.
Just watch it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great, like a DVD? And
Like a
added-
cartoon.
imagine that extra footage on the Office DVD.
Yeah, Carl's brain.
That would be
With a commentary.
amazing. Oh, with
What I
the
mean is-
commentary. Go on.
Women wearing trousers and that, right? On the estate that I grew up in,
Yeah.
on right? There was a woman about 4 houses down, right?
Right.
Rough. Now, she used to wear leggings.
Yeah.
Now, they're a bad idea.
They are a terrible idea. I agree with you there, Carl. If you're a lady of
What
the
colour?
normo
Were
persuasion...
they pink?
No, they were sort of black, but with all bits on them.
Oh, right.
Do you know what I mean?
What,
Yeah.
toast and
Just
horse
bits.
droppings? Yeah, go on, yeah.
And she used to... she's quite a big woman.
Sure.
Pauline Quirk, I think
Yeah,
we
well,
described her as.
Look like a light bulb when
It
she's
is those
bending
kind of
over in
women that are
leggings.
attracted to leggings.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
They are drawn to them like a moth. that shoots on a flame.
Yeah.
She
yeah.
used to wear them, and that's what I remember when I read this piece. And she used to work on one of those sex line things.
Right.
Right, she used to do that. But
What was she, an engineer?
the weird thing with her was, she had big eyelids
Right.
Go on.
that were too big, and this is what I was thinking.
What
right?
do you mean she had big eyelids? How big do eyelids have to be for you to go, they're big eyelids? What was she shoplifting with them? Would she come out of Dixon's with, like, radio stored in them? What do you mean she had
No,
big eyelids?
It was another one of them popular things around our way. Do you know? Like,
What do you mean popular things?
think
They didn't
people
go,
have
they go, oh, I'll tell you what, they're all the rage. Can I get some big eyelids, please?
No. It was just like one of them things that people suffered with. Just big eyelids. They could hardly open their eyes.
What do you mean? What do you mean? That's one of them popular things round where I grew up. People had big eyelids. They could hardly open their eyes. What does that mean? What sort of freak town were you born in? You had webbed feet people with big heads. You got women with big eyelids. What does big eyelids mean?
Are you confusing her with the horse?
yeah. Did she have hooves? Look, what?
Just anyway, so there's this big eyelidded woman with the
And
leggings.
that's what I'm saying to you, though. That's when I read that story with people with trousers.
Yeah.
I went from that.
Yeah.
To
into
a
that.
woman who used to have big eyelids. I still don't know the point.
But then, and also the other bloke who had the eyelid problem was a mate of mine.
Right.
His dad had it, and
Same problem, massive eyelids.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
I used to say to my mum, I'm going round to, Dave's house.
Yeah.
And,
or Drew
say,
Pig, as you call him.
That's all right, but make sure his dad doesn't take you out in the car. Because he could hardly... he could hardly see. He had to have his head...
He had to tilt his head back to keep his eyes open.
Sure. Didn't he have a couple of matches with him at all times?
What a load of gobbledygook. This began as educating Ricky.
I know,
So
it's
what,
like
he was
people
thinking,
with eyelids.
But it's like you're supposed to make that leap as well.
Yeah.
If I mention the trousers, Ricky will probably be thinking about people with big eyelids and women wearing leggings.
Who is secured as one of the pillars of rock?
Lemmy.
Of course he is.
Never changes his boots. 2 pairs of trousers. 3 shirts.
Really?
Yeah.
And he just alternates them, does he?
Yeah,
so he might
yeah.
have the same pair of trousers for 2 weeks, but the different shirt.
Is it true his rider is a bottle of Jack Daniels and 40 Marlboro?
No, it's like one of those 100 packs.
No.
Yeah. One of the 100 packs of Marlboro, and he like keeps them stuck in his boots, which don't change. Actually, I think I'm right in saying like that one of the like 2 left boots as well, because one of them did break. So he had 2 pairs, but he's now only got 1. But he's got the
Well, Lemmy, that is Lemmy then. Lemmy is one of the pillars of rock. What would Phil Lynott get anywhere near this?
Yeah, he would have done.
Let's play some Lizzie then.
Ian, what? I know you're keen to know this, Rick. What are your thoughts on XFM? What? Get there. Let's get behind the facade of Canfield.
What do you think about this? Because we used to have, some conversations.
You've been with XFM since the beginning, haven't you?
Oh, I've been here forever. Yeah, it's all right, isn't it? I mean, it's not quite magic.
Well, no, a few things are.
Got me eyes on the big 105.4. Obviously, eventually.
What magic?
Yeah.
Now, do you think you want to do like a rock program on something like Virgin or Radio 1 eventually?
Nah, I don't think so.
No?
No.
What do you want to do then? What do you want to do?
I want to start playing stuff like the Eagles and Steely Dan and Bruce Hornsby in the Range, truth be known.
But you'd have to go quite mainstream.
In your
for that.
bedroom? What?
But on what sort of platform though? Because the good thing about those is they are really popular. They are. I mean, I think the Eagles' Greatest Hits is the biggest selling album of all time now. It's overtaken Thriller.
Yeah.
So I mean, those.
What are you saying? Iron Maiden aren't popular? Like what I play
Iron Maiden
now?
are actually popular, but they've got a very
Slipknot,
tight fan
Fear Factory.
base. I mean, Iron Maiden can go to #1 with just their fans buying it and then slip away again, can't they?
Yeah.
But everyone sort of likes the Eagles, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, I think still. So you could get on sort of like Radio 2 maybe, the rock program on Radio 2. Who does it at the moment? Is there one?
No, there's not one. I should do a demo maybe.
Okay, well let's
I love the way we're talking about my career and other radio stations I could work for. Do you know something I don't?
No,
I'm just saying that this
is
place
going,
is not. It's
it's
not
going
gonna
on the
last
tube,
forever.
isn't it? It's going on the tube. I mean, you're going to be like, I mean, you'd abandon a sinking ship, wouldn't you? You wouldn't hang around, would you? You wouldn't fiddle as Rome Byrne.
I mean, we got a couple of pies cooking in the States, so we're not going to be here to keep it afloat.
No,
the weekends.
But we want to take the good guys with us,
Right.
So when this crumbles and they make it into a car park for Capital, I want to see you on Radio 2 Friday nights 10 till 12, pure rock.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Right, well, that's the pitch, isn't it? Friday nights 10 to 12, pure rock.
Okay, if anyone's listening to the BBC, it's Canfield. He is the new Vance.
Molten Metal.
Had a little visit in the week, Rick. I think you missed out. A little Christmas visit from. I know he's a friend of yours. He's a friend of He's a friend of the nation.
Go on.
TV illusionist Darren Brown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's bought a new pad.
Yeah.
And he just came around to tell me about it.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because
somewhere to keep his guns.
Exactly. And he. I can never know kind of how much he's just playing with your mind, experimenting. But he was telling me about the place, and apparently
he loves you.
he's got a B-day. In the house. Now we were discussing B-days because
never understood that.
I've never got my head around it. To this day,
he's not meant to.
Well, no, but I don't think I've ever met anyone who's used a B-day.
Oh, Darren Brown does. He's known as the cleanest arse in Modern Magic.
Yeah,
shiny arse they call him.
But Amdram societies. We're step. Because I was in the Pirates of Penzance once in an amateur production.
You used to like Whose Line Is It Anyway?
I did. That was.
Although I did watch it when it first came on Channel 4 about 15, 20 years ago.
But we did the Pirates of Penzance when I was in an amateur dramatic society in Bristol, the Bristol Operatic Society, Light Operatic Society. I don't know why I was involved because I can't sing. My audition, I thought this is how desperate they were for blokes. I swear to God, right, I can't sing.
Well, you.
Yeah, all right, calm down. And I went in and they said, "So what are you going to sing?" I went, "Well, I want to surprise you." They said, "Do you want a piano accompaniment?" I said, "No, I don't think so." I went to the back. I swear to God, I went to the back of the room and I just sang. Thumbelina, Thumbelina, tiny little thing. Thumbelina dance, Thumbelina sing. Thumbelina, what's the difference if you're very small? 'Cause when your heart is full of love, you're 6 feet tall. I just did that. And they just looked at me like I was the weirdest freak they'd ever had. Immediately put me in the chorus, because that was how desperate they were for blokes. We staged it, we rehearsed it. I couldn't remember the lyrics.
Thank God you were doing Thumbelina.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
dear.
I couldn't remember the lyrics.
What was it for? Was it Gilbert and Sullivan?
It was the Pirates of Penzance. There weren't enough blokes, right? So that we had to double up. So some of the pirates had to double up as the policemen who were chasing the pirates. A little bit problematic in the scene when the policemen and the pirates have a fight. That was a little bit tricky. And the worst thing, so there's this sequence where, like, the daughters of the Major General all kind of like, oh, beautiful, something like, oh, beautiful little girls are we, la 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 la. And the women they must have all been over 40. I mean, real kind of toothless crones creeping around in their 90s.
Is it the sort of women that buy one of those sort of porcelain dolls from the TV and go, look, I've had a baby. It's not a real baby. It is a real baby. I'm going to stab you.
Yeah.
One of those.
Exactly. It's the sort of women that you'd see maybe on TV's Bargain Hunt. The kind of contestants you get on there. Those are women who sort of, they're in Amdram and they think they've clung on to their looks, but they'd have never made it in the guy who was playing there's a guy who's supposed to be an 18-year-old prince, an 18-year-old pirate, the Pirate King. He must have been 40 years a day. He also directed the show, though, so he got to prance around in these thigh-high boots. Ludicrous. It was so embarrassing. It was shameful, really.
I'd love to go to Amdram.
Amdram is a whole other world. It's such an incredible place, because there's so much backbiting and envy and...
Really?
Oh, it's incredible. I mean, it's worse than the real world of theatre and TV. It's unbelievable. Because the same old people get to do it every year because they can hold a note.
Can we go along?
You would absolutely adore it, Gervais. It is
film it a secret camera.
Is it
true? Talking about when his dad said that, and then you told me something that I find amazing.
Oh, the thing is, it's Christmas. Obviously, I've got to go back to Bristol. I love seeing my family. Well, yeah, I do. But it means I'd see my grandparents, who were, brilliant people. I mean, lovely people, but mental. I mean, utterly mental. And they've taken now there must be sort of 80 apiece. And it is quite an old age, but they're fairly good health, relatively speaking. And they just spend their time in bed. I mean, that's all they do, that's their profession. They've retired to go to bed. And they spend all the time in bed. I tell you what they're like. They're like that old guy, they're like all that old family in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, none of them had got up for like 25 years.
Yeah.
And
you said that they go to bed and they go to sleep, but then when they wake up, what they do is put an extra pillow so they're slightly more upright, and that's them in the day in bed.
That's the daytime thing.
But they get up and cook and stuff.
What they do is they've got about 6 teeth between them. I mean, my grandmother needs false teeth, but refuses to go and have the old ones extracted and the false teeth fitted. So she's working with about 3 or 4 teeth.
Oh.
My grandfather had false teeth given to him during the war.
Wooden ones?
Well, it was plastic teeth on a wooden pallet, right, that sits at the top of the mouth. He's still got the wooden pallet, but most of the teeth have come off. So there's about 4 teeth left, 4 false teeth. He's got a set of false teeth that make him look like he needs false teeth. I mean, that's pretty bizarre. So the problem is that they have to get up. They get up about 7 in the morning to put on, say, some beef or lamb, whichever they're going to cook. They put it on at 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, so that by the time they eat it at 6 at night, they can use the phrase, this is what a good meal is for my grandparents, if they can use the phrase, oh, that's lovely, you could suck it away. You could suck it away. Who wants that from a roast dinner? You may as well blend it up and serve it as a broth.
I don't want that phrase coming from old people without teeth.
No, indeed.
Because it must remind you of your rent boy days.
Exactly. It brings it all flooding back.
Oh, God. Flooding's the word.
Exactly.
Should we play a record before we get really disgusting about your grandparents and blowjobs? That is the worst thing
we've said the word blowjob far too many times today.
And in the same sentence as I can't believe.
Anyway.
And it's Christmas.
Yeah. Oh. Did I ever tell you about the time that my father, when I was younger, we went on holiday, my dad he bought a little boat. little sort of wooden boat, make a 3-seater, and he and a friend of his went out with me in the boat. I was maybe 12 or 13. Went out and we sort of so I think we were we had the little motor, outboard motor, chugging out. We just thought we thought this was real seafaring stuff.
Brilliant.
We'd lost sight of the beach because we'd gone round a corner of like a mountain, or like a, like a cliff. And so we were just round the corner, and there was this buoy, just floating in the water. Not a boy, but like a buoy. And, very tricky to explain that on the radio. It's the same word, isn't it? Boy, a boy, and a boy.
Yeah.
And so we float past that and we're just chugging along. The motor conks out. Oh, I can't believe it. We have to row back in. So they're rowing away. I'm just sat there. And we noticed that every time we sort of think we've got past this buoy, it just seems to be back where it started again. And we realised that the tide is taking us but not taking us out, taking us towards these rocks. And we've just got ravaged rocks. And we were a bit pretty scared because I can't swim very well, or I couldn't at the time. I think my dad had maybe bought, he didn't, I'll be honest with you, I inherited a lot of things from him, one of which was his carefulness with money. just the one life jacket.
How deep was the water?
Which I seem to remember he tore off my back and put on himself. So the water's pretty down. I'm not saying we would have necessarily died, but it was pretty scary because the boat, we were going to crash into these rocks and stuff. It was getting pretty unnerving. And so they're sort of rowing like mad, we're just not making any progress. And we're beginning to think that this might be the end. And this boat, this kind of ferry boat, comes chugging by doing tours. Ching, 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 ching. And it comes by, and my dad goes, oh, wow. We were going, brilliant, they can help us. They'll throw us a rope, they'll tow us back in. He was going, you've got to be careful, hang on, because according to the laws of the sea, if he rescues us, Steve, he can claim my boat. The laws of the sea mean he can claim my boat as salvage.
I love the idea of
that's like a reward. Doing
that.
But what I like is, his 12-year-old son might die, he's thinking about the boat.
I know, but also, the other thing, of course, is that I like the idea of this ferry master going,
Yeah.
The boat be mine now, or take your son.
Yeah.
Let me think about it.
I need a new bed. That'll be just right. King size.
Oh dear, that's lovely.
But, because when I was younger, I remember being outside a post office once when I was about 10 or 12, and finding a purse, and thinking, oh, that's nice. And opening it up, there was some money in there, and a pension book, and so it was obviously an old lady. I found an address, I sent it to her, and my mum said, you've been so good there, you'll probably get a little reward. She'll probably send you a little reward. Nothing. I got maybe a thank you note, but no cash, no moolah, nothing.
Really?
And I was livid, because I'd been told that I was going to get a reward. I thought I've been a good Samaritan, nothing. So, many moons later, when I was at university, I learnt from that, and this is the most bizarre thing.
This explains a lot, doesn't it, Carl?
This is like the Mary Celeste. I went to a cash point to I thought, I can't get my card in here. And I realised there was already somebody's card in the machine. They put the code in, but then they just disappeared. They'd been kidnapped or something. So it was just there, waiting, sitting. Said, what do you want to do? And it gave you a number of options. I thought, interesting.
Steal or go to heaven?
Yeah, exactly.
You went, oh dear.
Yeah. Well, I pressed balance just to check what their bank balance was.
Unbelievable.
It was a considerable sum of money. I'm not going to lie to you. It was not typical student debt. It was like, I think they were a foreign student. There was a lot of cash in there, a lot of money.
Did you feel a slight bulge in your trousers when you saw the amount of money?
I couldn't believe my luck. I thought to myself, now then, I could just take that card out and hand it in, or I could teach them a small lesson.
Right.
And maybe give myself a reward, because last time I did that, I didn't get a reward. So if I give myself £30, then I'll take the card out.
30?
Give myself 30
You didn't really?
Well, I thought that's a good reward. And I went in, I handed the card in, I took that.
Steve,
and that's a little reward for me. And I'll tell you this, don't think it's evil, because I went in and I bought everyone a drink.
Well, brilliant.
Yeah, I didn't tell them I got the money free.
Well done. Excellent. So probably gangsters are quite generous with the money they've stolen from other people.
Yes, but someone's negligence, Rick, has lent... the thing is this,
Steve,
right?
I believe it, except that buying people a drink, Carl. What do you think?
Well, I kind of thought that when he said it, but then I thought, but they'll be buying him back.
So he's still up.
So in a way, he's still a winner.
Yeah. Everyone's a winner in that situation, including the student, because frankly, if there had been a less scrupulous person who found it, they'd have probably helped themselves to a considerable sum.
I cannot believe he did that.
There was thousands and thousands of pounds in there.
What if Beadle had jumped out and slapped you with his little claw and said, we've been filming this merchant?
Well, so what?
How old were you then?
I don't know, 19, 20?
Would you do it again, or was it just to get the world back for the old lady's purse?
possibly do it again, yeah.
You're joking.
Well, you've got to think of it this way. You've got to think of it as there was a lot of money in there, and someone less scrupulous than me would have taken a fortune. They'd have cleaned them out. Whereas I just took a small reward, which I thought was more than enough for someone's negligence. And I've returned the car. They've got the car back. Everything's fine. Think of someone else. I could have gone on a spending spree. I could have been buying stuff, all sorts.
Yeah, but it wasn't yours at all.
Yes, but they probably would have given me a reward. And because, you know, sometimes people forget or, you know, they don't give you a reward, I thought I should
You had to go at your dad for nicking a loaf of bread out of a phone box.
Yeah, but that's because it's for old people, geriatrics and stuff.
How do you know how old was your people who you were robbing from?
It was on a student campus.
Well.
Wow.
I think it was I thought it was excellent behaviour. I thought it was
that's
good, honourable behaviour.
That's showing another side to him, isn't it?
What would you have done, Karl, in that situation? And tell the truth.
I might have helped myself a little bit.
There you are.
I don't know what this is helping yourself a bit.
Like you say, just sort of, you know, send them back and sort of say, you know...
If you find a £1 coin in the street and you can be bothered to bend over for it, then have it. But someone's cash point card or personal belongings...
I'd let them know, though. Did you send it to them and say, I've service charge included? I've took that out already.
No, I handed it in to the...
You let them know? What do you mean you'd let them know?
I'd say, you know, you're lucky here. Right, I just took, I'd probably said 20, actually.
Okay.
Because that's just like one note.
Sorry, right, okay. You are winding me up.
No, I'm not. I mean, not for once. I mean, I know what Steve's like. He is tight, right? He is. And you know that, don't you, Steve?
Financially, you mean?
Well, no, I mean, just the way you are. You're very sort of, you know, you're not wasteful with your money.
I'm careful. No, I'm not wasteful. Absolutely right.
No, but to the extreme.
Not towards the extreme. Not towards the extreme.
No.
Look out for the pennies. The pounds will take care of themselves. All right? Simple to remember. Good advice.
Yeah,
all right?
But the thing is, right, I know that I take the mickey out of you for, like, you know, the way you look and stuff.
Sure.
Right?
Well, I'm right back at you.
But the thing is, you can't help that.
Absolutely.
But I'll tell you something that women don't like.
Sure.
And it's fellas who are tight with the money.
Sure. I'm not frugal with money with ladies. I'm frugal with money with you.
Well,
I've got no reason to splash money out on you.
I've never seen you splash money out.
Well, you've never been out with me.
Steve, have you ever splashed out on a lady?
No, but I hope to one day. The right lady.
Play a record.
Sorry, just suddenly struck me something. I don't know if I mentioned it before. You mentioned that you tried to catch your guy out when you came back once. You opened the door really quickly to see what he was up to. Did I ever tell you when I was at university? Now, I'm very tall and I've got enormous feet. Size 14. Size 14 shoes. And when I was at university, everyone, it seemed to me, was wearing Dr. Martens. It was like you had to wear a pair of Dr. Martens. It was kind of the rule.
Dr. Martens is big for you.
Yeah, so that's a big pair of Dr. Martens. That's where the myth of the old woman who lived in a shoe, I think, came from. People with my size shoes. Anyway, I just literally kind of moved to university. I'd been there for like literally a couple of months. And obviously in that first period, you're quite keen to kind of, you know, reinvent yourself, strike yourself, you know, try and give an impression of perhaps being quite sophisticated, worldly, cool, all those things that, you know, you've left behind all your childhood friends, so you're trying to, you know, develop something.
He didn't bother, he didn't.
What, sorry?
He didn't bother?
No, I was working hard on it, and I was kind of, you know, I was doing alright, you know, and I had my tie-dye shirt, and I was looking good. And, so I was trying, you know, working hard to try and seem kind of cool and not freakish. And I came back from studies once, and I came in, and there was a little old cleaning lady that kind of would always come in every day and clean up our halls of residence. And I came back, and my door of my room was open, and there was like a little huddle of people just peering in, right? And I thought, this is odd, you know, that my door's open and I'm not in there, and there's people staring in the door. And I looked in, and the little cleaning lady had my Dr. Martens on and was clomping around.
Making them all laugh.
Making them all laugh, doing an impression of me.
That's amazing.
Imagine that. Imagine the psychological scars that has.
I know that she's more popular than you.
Yeah, exactly.
And they go, come on, Maud, let's go to the JCR.
Exactly.
And they carry her down. They go, drink. And she goes to, Steve, you better have that spotless by the time I come back. You go, all right, I will. All right.
But what I like is the fact that I'm sure that's not part of the cleaner's code. The cleaner's code is you don't have the keys to everyone's room so you can go through their belongings and play practical jokes. I mean, surely it's a kind of, there's a trust.
And she must have looked like a wall bracket with it.
Oh, I didn't get an onion, I'll have that. And it's just, but what annoys me is it's not so much that, obviously it's a practical thing, it's the fact that they get a little bit edgy. You can actually see, certainly kind of, dare I say it, certain breed of woman and a certain breed of fella will just get a little bit itchy, a little bit edgy, and they just look at you, can just see them sweating, especially if they can't reach.
I just lean over and do it myself.
Well, I know, but the thing is that it's like they almost feel that they ought to wait for me to do it, as though somehow it's my obligation. And it just for some reason, I know it's ludicrous, but it really annoys me, and I actually deliberately don't put the divider down just to see them sweat.
I like the way that they're actually quite well made. There's some that are brass with like a felt bottom.
Yeah.
Like you really care. Like a twig would do, wouldn't it?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But I just leave a slight gap. And then when it gets to when the woman's putting it through the till or the guy, I just say, that's my stuff.
Do you ever look at other people shopping and go, oh, I should have got that?
Often.
Oh, yeah. That's annoying.
I'll tell you what it is, it's the same thing, and again, it's my psychosis. When people, if you're on a bus or a train, and we're pulling into the stop, but there's a good, kind of 35 seconds before we're actually going to come to a halt, they leap up, and they're straight by the door.
Yeah.
But it's this fear that they're going to miss out. Oh my God, what if I fell over now and broke my ankle? I'd never get out.
To be fair, I've never had that commuter's worry. I've never commuted, but every second counts, doesn't it? Because you miss a train, it can make a difference of half an hour. So that's why commuters literally run to get their connections.
But the thing is that with a bus, there's often you'll be people who are sat right next to the exit will get up and stand up for a while, waiting to get out. It just, again, I'm not saying it's not, it makes perfect sense to them. It's my psychosis.
They're going to be mowed down in the streets.
They will just be a few of the
You're going to be in a lovely Chrysler.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I will be going straight through a branch of Waitrose.
Yeah.
Taking people out in the
So we do not condone going through Waitrose in a Chrysler.
In a car.
Now,
it's the welcome return of Knob News.
Right. Okay. It's very much like the news at 10. This, isn't it? I do a bong, or in this case a schlong. And he gives me the headlines, the knob news of the day. Where have you collected all this knob news? Was there a lot of knob news this week?
It was mental this week. The amount of stuff. The way it works, you give us the bong. I'll give you the headline.
Okay.
Steve decides which stories we're going to talk about.
And now on XFM, knob news. Schlong.
Man grows knob on his arm.
Schlong.
Man gets doctors to make him a second knob.
Schlong.
Turkish prisoners made hole in cell wall to produce third inmate.
Schlong.
Doctors accidentally remove man's testicles.
So, can I straight away go for the accidental removal of the testicles?
Well, it's happened before, right? We've talked about that before.
What did he go in for a tonsillitis? What are they called? Tonsillectomy. And he went in the wrong way. What are you talking about? How can they accidentally remove his testicles?
It says he didn't look at his folder, and the doctor said to the fella, "Oh, we've removed your testicles and we wanted to take out your prostate gland." So that's what happened. There's the story. This is what I mean. That's why I don't like going to the doctors. It happens, doesn't it? Because all these sort of it's when they say things like, "Oh, it's just we do loads of these operations." That's when they're not concentrating.
Brilliant.
Do you know what I mean? When they say it's procedure, that's like having a boring job that you do every day when you're not going to be concentrating. I prefer them to go, "This is a tricky one, this."
I know what you mean. I do know what you mean.
People, you watch TV programmes about, like, removing someone's second head or whatever, and there's like the best surgeons from all over the world.
It's televised. They can't make a mistake. They can't go, "We took his legs off by mistake."
Whereas the fella who's having a prostate's like, "Oh, do you want to do it? I'm sick of doing that."
Yeah.
And they're probably doing a crossword whilst we're at it.
Of course they are. I've seen that actually in operating theatres. They're doing a crossword.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I was just examining some of the other knob news, Rick, a little bit more closely. Man gets doctors to make him a second penis. I'm sure we're all interested in what happened there.
Yeah.
A German who persuaded doctors to give him a second penis has lost his wife after he showed her the result. Biker Michael Gruber lost his original penis in a motorbike accident, and doctors built him a second one using a mixture of skin, bone and other tissues.
Bone?
Apparently, the penis worked so well that he was even able to father a child with his wife Bianca. But Gruber was still not happy and asked doctors to repeat the operation and build him a better organ, to which they agreed. From his hospital bed, he said, "I've got 2 penises, but no wife. I'm hoping when I get rid of one of the penises, I'll get her back."
What do you mean? Sorry, he had 2 put on.
What side does he wear?
So he's had both. So he's had 3 then.
Yeah.
This is probably the thing that happened with Hitler when he had one ball, but he had 3 at one point, didn't he? So he just kept one in the other ball, gave his mum one, and kept the other one.
Man grows penis on his arm. I mean, why people are constantly losing their penises around the world? I've no idea.
But why?
I didn't realise it was a bit.
What do you mean why on the arm? It's just a graft, isn't it?
Yeah, but put it on like your buttock or your side. Not you can't wear a short sleeve shirt. Why do they've done that before? I don't understand it. Why not just graph it onto the side of your leg or something where it's high up, close to where it should be?
I don't know. To get it used to the environment, like when you were like release a duck into the wild.
I've never understood that. If there's a doctor, again, you know, we had a doctor last time. If there's someone who can let us know why they put it on the arm,
so they can keep an eye on it. Presumably, he's not going to work with this knob on his arm. He's probably in a hospital bed and under examination.
Right.
So what do you think? They pop the knob on the arm, say come back in 3 weeks. What do you do, by the way? I'm a mechanic. Keep the knob, keep the long sleeve shirt, because the blokes go, why have you got a knob on your arm, mate? What are you talking about? He doesn't go back to normal as a teacher. Sir, what is it, Simpkins? You got a knob on your arm. No, don't worry about that. Do your maths. What do you think this bloke's walking around with a big knob coming out of his arm?
Why on the arm?
So they can keep an eye on it. So it's not.
Well, if he's in bed, just get him to not put any undies on or whatever, and just have a little sly look at how it's going. Even in hospital, if you're in a shared, like, little hospital room, people going, "Oh, I've had heart problems. What's your problem?" He's there with his arm out.
He's got his knob out. Yeah, but I don't think it counts as indecent exposure when they're grafting a knob on your arm, sticking that up the bed.
Imagine if he's driving, he's just got it out the window. People driving by.
Yeah.
At the end
Is that bloke giving me the finger?
At the end of the man grows penis on his arm story, it says, a Moscow surgeon said the man will be able to have sex in a few months. He said, women will never suspect. But what kind of a doctor talks like that?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, it's his cock now, seriously. The birds will never know. He'll be able to go berserk.
Yeah.
They'll never realise we grew it on his arm.
That is unbelievable. Will he have a little scar on his arm, do you think?
Yeah, I don't get it. Like I say, 83936 if there's a doctor out there.
Or indeed if you've ever grown...
Or a tailor. Making you a shirt. What side do you wear your cock on, sir? It's my left arm.
What's this? Bit of stones?
Yeah, beautiful. Lay it on me.